Introduce yourself, Mazi George, so that we kick off.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are at this point in time.
I hope the voice is coming out clear.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I mean our audience.
Yeah, it should be because I've just kicked off my Facebook, so everything is fine. So, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world, we want you to come here. This platform is one of the platforms that we are the gatekeepers of IPOB that have been underground. Actually, I wasn't underground, but Mazi has been underground. I've been on the limelight, but I kicked back on 2018 when Nnamdi came out. And so many people now come out on the social media and we are obliged them. But this is a duty call that we must answer to. So the purpose of this particular program, without no equivocation, we are here to deal with issues that bothers our people. Like as I speak to you now, there's a lot of things coming on social media. So my name is George Jukume. I live here in the United Kingdom and I serve as the principal officer of the indigenous people of Biafra as a North London coordinator. Humbly, to serve on this hallowed family, you must be humble. And it's voluntary. We don't get paid. We contribute and we use our resources, our time to serve our people. This is the course we have chosen to do. And this is a call from heaven. It's not man. Man did not ask me to join this struggle. I had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's voice. Only once I had his voice, not twice, just once. And till today, there's nothing. I have never prevaricated from what I believe. And the purpose of us gathering here as well is some of our comrades that have found, being wary or being confused in what is bothering us by the substitute going on social media, people misquoting what has been said, try to navigate or gravitating to change people's mind, twist talk, you could call it fake news or propagandist, whatever you want to call it. Well, IPOB Media Warrior, I will shout out to all of you. I don't want to call names, but I know that all of us put together, are doing marvelously. I'm sure struggle. So, and I just want to thank everybody, all of you out there, that this evening we're going to do the justice and see how far we go from here. Mazi,
there were Mazi George. There were good man.
People joining us. 1 second, I want to say something because we can't make it publicly. People joining us, we need to know who is joining. Because this is do we know who he is?
Well, I will ask him and let him say Arin Zechuku.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you a member of IPOB?
Yes, I'm a member of IPOB on that
oath. Which unit do you belong?
Yes, I am streaming live from Biafra land, and my unit is Koha Shopping Center Zone in Abia State, Aba precisely.
Very good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Mazi George.
Can you meet tell our brother to meet himself? There's a
I'll meet it. Don't worry. I'll meet it. Mazi George.
Yes, please.
There is a video somebody sent to me in the afternoon today? About this one of a boy. Because you understand me? So I don't know. Let me look for that. Somebody sent it to me in the afternoon. So, and I want to play it. I want to play because somebody just cut cut something from whatever he was saying. Now I want to play so that from there, I think we can start from there. And now people who cannot join live, you can put your question. I will also put number later, as we go. I will also put number for you people to call in. So let's start with this and listen carefully.
Without even debating, because one thing is that what you don't know is bigger than you. I am going to address those who want to debate me. Let me address the reason why you want to debate me, so that you don't need to waste your time. The reason you want to debate me is because I told you people that I paid money to Lumumba to appear on my program, and he did not appear. That is one of the things you want to ask me. Let me address you. When some people contacted me for Lumumba to appear on my program, the PA to Lumumba, they gave him money. And at the end of the day, he did not appear on my program. I was not in direct contact with Lumumba. But whether they paid money to the PA, yes, money was paid to the PA. So that is exactly what you want to ask me. Is there another thing?
So, Mazi George, this guy, this boy.
Put your face up. Put your face up on the screen, please. Put your face up on the screen.
Me, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, what we are.
No, just put all of us on the screen so we all can show in this.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So, what we are trying to establish, all along, is to educate our people, because by now, if anybody is still not convinced that this boy in Finland, did not come for, Biafra freedom, it looks as if we are trying to, create a distinction or to create a boundary. All of you know that in this freedom fighting, what we are here for is freedom fighting. It's not entertainment, it's not show, it's not a situation whereby you can, go and be spending money to invite people to your program. Like now, I just opened the studio, Mazi George came in, Arinze came in, other people might click the link and come in. I don't think any of them paid me, because we are here to educate our people. We are here, trying to clear some of all these their lies, all these their falsehood, all these their false narrative. You cannot tell me somebody will go and be paying money for Lumumba to come to his platform for him to interview Lumumba. He paid money to the secretary of Lumumba to come to his program, and Lumumba did not come. That money gone, because a sinking ship, there is no reasonable person that will go to his platform, to go there for interview or for whatever. People are wise. Lumumba is not a kid. They understand. They're on social media. They know what is happening. The same thing with Ambazonians. Some of the leaders of Ambazonia that used to, have anchor this thing, press release with our leader. Now this guy, he's already drowned, and he's paying money to get big people to come to his platform, and they are not even listening to him. They collect the money and eat it, and then leave him to, wallow in his normal ignorance. So, Mazi George, I want you to, shed light on this video I just played. And then Biafrans, if anybody wants to come in, if anybody wants to call or type any question for Mazi George, you can put it up here. So Mazi George, over to you. Hang on. I muted you. Hang on. Okay.
Thank you very much. Like we said, this platform is dedicated for informative and educative. Majorly our people that are being misled. But
don't worry.
But we will still go on to, debunking some lies and servitude that peddled by somebody that was very, very far from what IPOB represent. You see, in this struggle of restoration of Biafra, I want to make some quote here before I could talk about this moron in Finland. Because so far as I live, he's inconsequential. Even he woke me from my deep sleep. I have never ever taken that guy serious. From the very first day I set my eyes on him, my discerning spirit told me that this guy is an agent of darkness. I'm saying it without equivocation. That this guy is up to no good. And like I said, I will reiterate. Simon Ezenagwekbedimana Finland is Devu Mahi agent contracted by the zoo government. 100 million zoo naira they're talking about. That is the part of money they're sharing around. As you can see, IPOB remain the only indefatigable and the only pure, and we are whiter than snow. I'm not saying every one of us. There's a very few people that are whiter than snow. When Onion do make this assertion, a lot of people think it's every IPOB member. No. That is why Onion say only 100 men. When you listen to a nitwit like Simon Ekbedima in Finland, he feels sorry for our people. You get to understand what over time, I'm not saying Christianity or church, but the mental slavery that we have dwelled upon by all these people propagating lies. Because, you see, when the guy made that particular comment of autopiloting was what they introduced in Christianity of today. Because if Roman Catholic have kept his doctrines and the way they guided themselves by helping and developing community, we won't have this problem we're having today. Because everybody wants to be their own boss. And now it become monetized. So he said it with his own mouth. That's nothing to talk about this guy. The guy is a laughing stock. I said it, that he's drowning. And the one promise I made to him, I said that we will until we've driven you into the abyss. And where he is right now, the point is that even people that have where to fall couldn't hold our force. I will mention people that were within the IPOB leadership. If you call somebody like former COC and the former DO and former HOD, these are men that when they come on the radio Biafra talk, men stand. They have direct contact with our men on the ground, even the volunteers, coordinators all over the world. They could not push IPOB. But you see, when, like you said the last time, that if our God want to fucking kill you, first of all, they strike you mad. Simon and his cronies, they have gone out of ideas. For him to come out publicly telling you that you want to debate him because money was paid to Professor Lumumba for him to appear in his program tells you all you need to know. The question we should be asking ourselves, where did you get all this money that you're paying for somebody to appear in your show? Did you know that IPOBT tomorrow morning, none of our platform is monetized? We can make millions of dollars within our platform if you want to. Not even our radio, not even our TV. No social media, not even YouTube. We don't collect nothing from there because IPOB sponsor all of them. So for him to come and tell you, because he's not telling us, we already know that he's an agent, that he wants to debate. Nobody wants to debate you because he paid money, but we want to debate you to know, because I will tell you categorically that Simon Ekpa never believed in Biafra. He never believed in Biafra. Never, ever, ever. A man that stood against our people in Nuremberg that fight IPOB, he made a comment that if he has gone, he could have shot those men there, right there, that day. And I think overnight he could just change. They collaborated. So these people are people, you know, when you're out there and, you know, the enemy are looking for willing tools, like they said it openly. Devil might make it open. He didn't hide it. Like Nnamdi did on his own time, but they all failed. But as you can see, his own is going to be the worst because he will commit suicide. Simon will commit suicide by himself because of what he have done. You know, so I'm gonna stop here for now because I will tell you one thing: Simon does not require to be mentioned. His name for me is inconsequential. Just look at listen to him. What you want to debate him about is about because he paid money and money was paid. That means, you know, what else we want to talk about? There's nothing to talk about. It's nothing worth to talk about, my brother. Thank you, Mazi. You know, I will stop there for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Mazi Arinze. Can you unmute your mic, Arinze?
Yes, my brother.
Yeah. Do you have?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
All right. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world. Yes. I don't have much to say about that video or audio you played because our people. There's something that made me to join the live streaming this evening. It's just because of the topic that I saw on your this thing. Because I do follow you. I do follow Achaluga and every other person talking about Biafra. Yeah. So, and what makes me to join is just to, you know, to bring to or ask a question, a particular question that is disturbing most of our people here back home. Because when you watch, we that is here in Biafra land, when we watch what is going on, you know, is very, very, you know, a kind of disturbing, and a lot of people are trying to, you know, to reach out, you know, to those leadership, you know, to tell them exactly what is happening and, you know, which way to go. Because I receive a lot of calls from a lot of people, you know, asking me what is going on. Do we have two different type of IPOB? Is now these people different from these people? Why is it that these people will give order and other people will come and give order? So all those kind of things going on social media are really affecting our people back home. So, and I don't know, I have a kind of a question that I need you to address, you know, that when you speak about it, so that I can even know what to, you know, tell those who are asking me this type of questions. Not that I don't even know what to, you know, answer them. I know what to encourage myself. I don't know if I have much time. Just for instance, when Mazi resigned and somebody was chatting me, you know, he was a member of, he was like an enemy of Biafra. He said to me that now that Mazi have resigned, and can't I see that Biafra is a business, Biafra is a kind of a joke, that Biafra will never come. And I said to the person that Mazi is not Biafra, and Mazi do not own Biafra. That Biafra is for everybody. So if Mazi resign, then somebody else should take over the post and continue where he stopped. That Biafra is for all of us. So before you know it, you bring an idea of saying that Nnamdi Kanu have sold Biafra, and we are here, you know, doing magic, those kind of stuff. I told the person, if Nnamdi Kanu sold Biafra, to which government did he sell Biafra to? He said to Nigerian government, of course. I said, okay, why is Nnamdi Kanu still fighting Nigerian government if he sold Biafra to Nigerian government? It's a common sense, but it's very difficult for our people, you know, to have that tough mentality to challenge our enemies. And now, exactly that thing is happening. And a lot of people are asking questions. And when I go online, I see what is going on social media. So I begin to ask myself, is this what we are really called for at this particular point in time? It's right that we need to address some issues. But I want to ask some important questions, like, now, this situation we are in now, I do listen to Simon Eba. I followed US, of course. I listened to Radio Biafra. I follow everybody because I want to know which way to go. You understand? So now, the question that some people ask me is this: is it a must that before you be a Biafra, that you must be an IPOB under oath, or before you fight for Biafra, that you must be an IPOB member under oath? This is number one question that people used to ask me, and I do answer them in the best way that I understand. Now, secondly, some people do ask me, why did Kanu come out to make that kind of broadcast by saying that he's in charge of this our leader lawyers, is in charge of the lawyers that oversees Nnamdi Kanu's case, So I told them that it's only the leadership that can answer this question. You understand? And Kanu is a brother to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so I think he is the right person to be in a better position, to oversee the lawyers that goes to his brother. So, but they are like, no, it's not right. So please, I want you to, address me on these issues. You understand?
You.
So talk about it, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mazi, George.
Yeah, put up everybody's face on the screen, and I always put up everybody's face on the screen. And please, Oluchi John, if you want to join the program, because this program was made.
Yeah, your clothes.
Well, 1 second. You need to dress properly if you want to join the program. The link is there, but we're not here for joking. Now, my brother, Mazi Arinze, he said you're bold enough to put your face on the screen and you're from Biafra land, and I appreciate that. Now, your first question was if somebody have to be an IPOB member, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
He said if is it must that somebody have to be an IPOB member, to be an IPOB member to fight for Biafra. Is that what he said?
Yes, sir.
No, you don't have to be an IPOB member to be a Biafra. Okay. But for you to claim an IPOB member, you must be an IPOB member under oath, and you must, and compulsory that you must up to date in everything we do. Let me say this now. This is a very, very important thing that we must address. Everybody that only you have addressed this. I don't know where this noise is coming from. Okay, mute yourself now. Mute yourself, please. Your background is very noisy. Okay, now I just understand your question. There's a guy today, another of my Facebook, I was chatting with this issue, because you see, our people are so gullible that I want to say, if you want to hide something for, I wouldn't say black people, but I said an average black African majority, put it in writing. And when they're listening, it comes from one ear and it goes for the other. Onyendu have addressed this issue over time. You just told me you're a grassroots from Biafra land. So you have not had our address about IPOB before, or those that are talking about it. To you to be an IPOB member, you must be under oath. But all of us are indigenous people of Biafra. Yes, in Biafra land, you can claim it. But as you are today, let me give you an example. If you ever found yourself in the United Kingdom where I am now, claiming asylum in this country, and go there, tell them that you're a Biafran, they will not talk to you. You know why? Because they know there's a particular people. IPOB is a franchise. It's legitimized. I want people to take this in. Whether you like, you see, we're going to have a second fight. Do you know what that second fight is going to be? Those people that are in their own comfort zone today enjoying. I joined IPOB since 2015, I won't tell you what I have done or what I have lost. They call us miscreants, all kinds of names. We started this struggle. People pay price for it. Our comrades have died, right? So now you are in your own comfort zone, claiming that you're indigenous people of Biafra, that you don't even know it existed until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu registered it in United Kingdom. Now it become legitimized, right? That the whole world know. The same indigenous people of Biafra bring Biafra back, because before, if you type Biafra on the internet, is an error. From 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015 to about 2016, Google accepted it. Now, if you want to know who is in IPOB, go to Google, ask Google. You have Google there. Ask Google, what is IPOB? It will tell you who found IPOB. All of us are indigenous people. We have indigenous people of Imo State. We have indigenous people of Omambala. We have indigenous people of Owenkeri, right? So everybody is indigenous people. But the problem is that when it comes to IPOB of today, IPOB have become a franchise. Onyendu prophesied this. He said a time will come. IPOB will become a household discourse. And now, let me say it again. Onyendu said a time will come, it will become a privilege for being an IPOB member. So people are trying to wangle themselves into IPOB. But let me tell you something. It's going to be a surprise for all of them. Even when Biafra is restored, you see all these people yapping on Facebook, they can't come into Biafra land. Because when they come inside, you will know that we'll have record of people that live abroad. Abroad mean, even if you live in Cotonou, and you don't identify with IPOB, we have record of everybody that contributed one naira or £1 or €1 in this struggle. So people should stop trying to force themselves. Let me give you an instance. Do you like football? Can you unmute yourself? Do you like football? Do you like
I like football, but I don't play, but I like football. Yes, I like football.
Who do you support?
It's Chelsea. Chelsea is my... Yes.
You support Chelsea on your own comfort zone, but you're not a Chelsea supporter. Yeah? Because let me tell you something. In this country, football is like Osusu. You see this church we are going to back home. People don't go to church in this country. You know, a father will grow his son and daughter to his club. From there, it goes over to the generation to generation. They're contributing money in that. These people are, you see, when you see they pay a player £100,000 here, £200,000, the people that are paying it is not you that are shouting on DSTV. People that pay those money are those that are the real members that lives here, that attend their games, that go overseas to play. Anytime, anywhere they're playing, it doesn't matter if it's rain or sun or shine or snow, these men come out to watch them, and they watch them and still pay them. So I want to clarify something here, my brother. You don't have to be an IPOB member to fight for Biafra. Onyendu say if you know what you want to do to restore Biafra, do it. But it must be an IPOB.
I don't know whether I'm coming out clear, George.
You're playing with it.
Because I'm having problem of network here.
You're coming out clear, but can you put us back on the screen, please? Mazi, can you put us back on the screen? Can you hear me? Unmute yourself, Mazi Ezeji.
His voice is not coming out.
He's playing with it, so I don't know what he's doing. Okay, but I'll continue saying what I'm saying. So, my brother, to your question...
George, go on. Just take over. I'm trying to get back.
So to your question, you don't have to be an IPOB member before you fight for Biafra. You can fight for Biafra.
Just go on. Continue speaking. Let me log back. George.
Yes, I've had you. Log out now.
Yeah.
You hear me? He's calling my name. I can't. So what I'm saying is this, my brother. I'm trying to answer your question, but we're having network.
I don't know why I'm having issue with my network.
So you don't have to be an IPOB member.
Yeah, go on.
For Biafra, but you must be an IPOB member registered to claim IPOB. Then another thing I want to address here is this: Kanu is a floor member of IPOB, right? Now I want to ask you something. Do you know what MSRI stands for? MSRI. MSRI is a portfolio.
I just don't know.
That in Onyendu, as the highest command of IPOB, can appoint somebody without even the concept of DOS members. Do you understand that? Because he's all the highest office, right? So he can appoint people, right? Give them, it's like when he's sending somebody message as a boss, Onyendu does that. So you see some people like, let me give you instances, like the guy that lives here in London. Yeah, I know him. He's my second, because I'm the CSO here in United Kingdom. Charles, maybe he heard about Charles Rabbi. These individuals that they are nobody. It's like an errand boy. You understand what I'm saying? Because Onyenu send me a message does not make me important in the struggle, right? So Kanu did not tell you. You go and listen to his interview again with the Kenga. He made it abundantly clear that he's just a coordinator. He's coordinating the people that are involved. We have legal team in Kenya. We have United States. We have in England. We have in Biafra land. Somebody have to coordinate them. It has got nothing to do with leadership. IPOB DOS is in charge. Kanu is not paying them, but it's just there to witness what they're doing. It's important as well to make sure that what they are doing is right. Do you understand what I'm saying? One thing our people back home must understand: if you're an IPOB member, I'm not saying those are not IPOB members. At least we stop having meetings in Biafra land, but I think I still know there's a sort of communication between our members, real members. Are you a coordinator?
No, not at all. No,
do you have a coordinator?
Yes, of course.
So yes. Have you asked your coordinator question? Not coordinator because you're from Biafra land.
I don't know.
Yes, of course. I do ask, but he doesn't get any information at all. Can you hear me?
It doesn't have any information.
Yes, honestly. Yeah.
It doesn't have any information. But you as an IPOB member, you just told me you're listening to different platforms. Where are you supposed to get your information from?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Because
no. Where are you supposed to get your information from? IPOB member?
Radio Biafra is the only platform where we get our information, and another place is from your coordinator, because any secret information that is not supposed to be made public should pass through the coordinators. You understand? But since we are no longer having meetings, so that information, that free flow of information is no longer going as supposed to go, because we do no longer test messages like before, because of the way that the state is now. You understand? So police can ask you to bring your phone and start checking, going through your phone and all of that. So it's the only when we have a meeting that we can have access to all those questions and answers. You understand? So that is it.
Okay. Let me say this. Let me say this to you now, my brother. Yeah. Because I remember our brother Chika Austin coming in the program. There is no any other order that can be taking place in Biafra land that we know. The only order that people are still today voluntarily adhere to is Monday sit at home. And every single one of us, including Chika Museum, all of us are in support of it. But people are doing it voluntarily. You understand what I'm saying? There is no any other person have implemented from what we have said. The sit at home, Monday sit at home was implemented by DOS. It was announced by China Sanwo-Olu. Go and listen to that broadcast again. China Sanwo-Olu said that this will be reviewed time to time. And as an IPOB member, I don't know when he joined, we started doing sit at home from 2016. Every sit at home serves a purpose, right? Even myself, when our people continue doing this, I said, I call it validation. Because sometimes we make pronunciation, there's a reason for it, right? But if somebody is somewhere hyping it up, does not mean that the person is trying to support what we are doing. He just had it from the whole whoever you think is talking. Simon Ekpa just admitted with his own mouth that he paid money for Professor Lumumba to come to his program. So people will think he's talking to big people. That is not what we do in IPOB. You pay money to somebody to show up in your program. What does that tell you? Onyenu said we will never pay any media. IPOB have never paid any media since we started. People have suggested, let's go to CNN, let's go to Al Jazeera. Onyenu said no. That's why we have Radio Biafra and Biafra television. And we are on social media because we dominate social media. Even our comrades, the Oduduwa people, used to be tough on social media. We drove them away from social media. Because when you say one word, we come at you like manna from heaven. You understand what I'm saying here, my brother? So you don't, as an IPOB member on grassroots, you don't need to be confused. But all of us, we are different. So your question is very, take it back to our people, right? They don't need to be confused. They go back to the drawing board, which is our way of communication. Radio Biafra and a more powerful press release. That's where you get our information. Any other thing is fake news. Okay, now, after our HND said something, somebody will go analyze it, right? How many times did Simon Ekpa analyze our leader's broadcast when our leader was with us? To show you that the guy is an agent of darkness. So now it's exposing DOS, not Nigerian government. Yeah. All of us have to use our common sense. And now he's telling us, we didn't ask him. With his own mouth, he said Nigerian government pay 100 billion naira to people. He said it with his mouth. Now he's talking. Imagine Patrice Lumumba, a professor of that caliber. How much did he? We don't even know how much they were bribing. They have two systems open there, my brother. So, Mazi, question. You have to device open. Can you close one page, please? You need to close one page, because if not, we'll be getting this echo. So he said he paid money, but he have not told you how much he paid. And a man that think he has something to offer to us, now what he's saying that he want to debate me because now he's justifying himself because nobody has said anything. You know, Mazi, you need to shut one down. Okay. As a man, who is a man?
Don't worry. I've shut it down. I'm coming out now.
Yeah, who is as a man? Who is as a mad or go on?
Don't worry about it.
I'm seeing it on the screen.
Yeah. I just opened two because I went off here. I had to use my phone to get back again. That's why. Okay,
that's fine. You're clear now. You're clear. It's fine.
Yeah.
So Mazi Alinze, as you can see, I know that so many of our people back home are confused. But Kanu has nothing to do with DOS leadership. He said it in his interview. It has nothing to do with DOS. Kanu is simply that Onyendu is aware of it. That he's one coordinating all the legal team we have across the globe to make sure they are doing everything that they said they were doing. And I mean, that is the immediate brother to Onyendu. He shows of concern. He's his brother. It has got nothing to do with IPOB finance, neither leadership. Do you understand me? But this moron, you see, Simon Ekpa will commit suicide. Like I said, mark my word. I said Uchemofo will slump and die. And Uchemofo has slumped in United Arab Emirates. And he have not recovered from Uchemofo is a dead man walking, right? Because Uchemofo murdered our people. All of us know how many blood is in Uchemofo's hand. Simon is not an IPOB member, but he's an agent of darkness that already, he's a drowning man. Right? So he will confess with his mouth, just like as he's confessing now. He told us about 100 million. We didn't know about it. Now he's telling us that he paid to Prophet Lumumba to come to his program. Tells you all you need to know. So it's inconsequential. He has got nothing to offer to us. Is there anything Simon Ekpa has implemented? If Simon Ekpa has an agenda, let him unroll it without mentioning IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi. I challenge him. I said it so many times. Simon, do not mention IPOB just for one day and Mazi Nnamdi. You tell people that come to listen to you, whatever you're saying in your page. I don't have problem with propagating Biafra, but like you have just said here, my brother. So I think I have answered your question. Yeah, and go back and tell our people your source of information is listen to Radio Biafra. Your coordinator don't have anything to tell you because Biafra land is shut down. Listen to Radio Biafra and our peers. That's it. Any other news you're hearing is fake. Then,
okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll let you.
Okay.
Satisfied with the answers. To you.
Yes. Though I wanted to say something, but I don't know if it's time to talk. Let him go ahead.
Maybe. No. Go. Let's finish with you. Okay.
Then go on.
Let Mazi introduce himself first. He'll come back with
Okay. Hang on. Let me get Mazi Oluchi in first.
Yeah.
Mazi Oluchi, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, good evening, sir. My name is, my original name is Onke Buka Jonathan. I reside here in South Africa, and I'm a principal officer in my unit here as well.
Is it Unit 3? We got the information yesterday. I have the information here about Unit. Hang on, let me be sure. Unit 3.
No, it's not Unit 3. I'm in Unit 8.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know Unit 3 IPOB.
There are certain units here that are shut down for temporary, and I believe that in due course they will be visited for because of all these things, these sagas that are happening around here.
Okay, so I think maybe that unit 3 might be among the ones they shut down because we got the information yesterday, that there are some knots in that unit, So the best thing is to shut them down and then clean up the house and restart again.
Definitely.
Yeah, so do
There
you
must
have
be
any
a sanitization. I would have loved to ask some bordering question if
Go
I
on,
can be
please.
able to get an. Can I be able
Go
to
on.
ask?
Yes,
Go
please,
on,
go
my
on.
brother.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. On one of our platforms today, somebody posted this question that although he asked this question and I pick it up from there, then he was asking, knowing the urgency and the importance of the decisions the DOS had made in regarding the boycotting of Fulani cows and all that. So, what are the plans of the DOS are putting in place to checkmate or future things that can begin to unfold in process of this particular thing? Are we ready for this? Is there anything that they can guarantee us that no matter what happens, we will not lack food in our land, and no matter what these people can bring on, we are equal to the task on this particular decision?
My brother, I want to say one thing here. You see, this is the reason why Onyendu is in DSS. Yeah, I want to let me say this here. Some people might not understand. Onyendu studied an Igbo man for 12 good years. 12 good years he studied an Igbo man. Because before you can convince an Igbo man, yeah, I'm talking about Igbo Biafrans. Because some people are calling, when someone say you're talking about Idu, Idu is not a nation. Biafra is a nation. Idu is part of Biafra. It's inside Biafra. So we don't want to tribalize what we are, because they want to confuse those that don't understand what we are doing here. They want to come in to bastardize what we are doing. But Onyendu have lectured us over years. That is why up to today, they offered Onyendu 5 states. He says no. We want it in ballot box. Now, your question is, somebody is saying, what is the guarantee that DOS is giving? And the same people are asking this question, people are asking DOS to declare war. They just give a little assignment that we already tell our people to start animal husbandry and start rearing our own cow within our own land. Now we are giving back our people their own, because you know what happened now? We stopped farming. When I was growing up in our village, we have cows everywhere, goats everywhere. If there's no compound they come, you won't have enough to eat. You don't need to go and buy from anybody. So DOS is giving back the power to the people. It's not like we're driving them away, but we told them, if you want to do the business, do it in a normal way, because we don't want them coming into our land now, using our farm crops to feed their cows. When after they have sex with their, I will say the way people understand, because I don't want to use the big word, having sex with their cow, they will say it to our people. Do you know the impact of that? So now, if somebody is questioning, what is the guarantee? My brother, there's no guarantee. We are in state of war. But that's why IPOB is the best thing that happened to the old Eastern region. If Onyendu was radical by now, all of you that are talking this could have been, all of you will be in the bush. It don't determine what happened when there is war. We are in state of war, but we are using it systematically with our own agenda to subdue these individuals. Because what we implement, we paralyze them. That's why IPOB method, no country have ever witnessed it before or used it before. Somebody's asking this question. Now, what if IPOB have declared war, picked up arm now? Are you going to be asking this question? We fought 67 to 70 to defend our people after our people have massacred all over the place, right? So now we are taking it one step at a time. There is no guarantee. The only guarantee is that we informed our people about 6 months, about almost 4 months ago, that this will going to be implemented at this point in time. So people start planning ahead of it. So we have to manage the situation as it is, but we must have enough to eat because we know we are capable to do it, my brother. But why I'm making this emphasis is that now we have to position our mind. Are we willing to fight? If ships come to shore, where are we gonna go? You know, our enemy know that our people love life too much, and now we have, you know, we are nobody wants to die. If I may ask you, it's only IPOB spirit that can push people to go. IPOB faced the Nigerian murderous agent without arm. They were shooting our people. That's why Uchemofo generation will never see anything good. Our people, we are mowing down on a daily basis because you know what? On what we believe upon. Over time, we come with an agenda, and that agenda will prevent it. So, my brother, to answer to your question, the answer to the question is that we already told our people, go into farming, animal husbandry, and there's no other guarantee because we cannot determine what happened tomorrow. As people are pushing, do this and do that. Oh, DOS give order. When that order is given, my brother, you can't determine what happened. Even America did not determine what happened when they went to Iraq and when they went to Afghanistan. On the face of war, the both sides will lose men, and everybody will be in disarray. That's what it is, my brother. There we. If that is okay for you, fine. If not, I'm here to answer your question, my brother.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. George. I want to just add something in this about farming. I personally, you know, I don't know, had it been the system is okay, I would have, you know, shown you people. There is this program on Biafran TV. Our brother, Patty, came anchors that program about what you call foodism with Professor Chinedu Abodike. With Professor Chinedu Abodike. I've invested in that farming as I speak to you. You know, they went to my village where I came from, established, you know, some of the farming in our place. I still communicate with Professor Chinedu Abodike. Maybe one of these days or so, I will also bring him on this platform because we communicate almost on a daily basis. Because these are what we are talking about this, say, farming. You see, our fathers and our forefathers, their own type of farming. You know, when they plant something, they will wait the thing, you know, to grow in a natural way. You know, it will take maybe 1 year or 8 months or 6 months or 7 months. But the type of farming now is a kind of improved farming whereby you can harvest every 3 months. Every 3 months you harvest. Every 3 months you harvest. Some of the farming is being done with, you know, bags. They plant maybe 3 different crops in one bag, you know, and then they try to, you know, harvest it. I don't know if I can bring out maybe some of the pictures or whatever I have here. If I can.
Mazi, let's move on with our question and answer.
Okay, get it to the system.
We have answered the question. Let's move on with our question and answer because it's going to delay us.
Yeah, it's okay.
If there's question, people are coming to us.
Anybody that need to ask more questions?
No, Arinze have something to say.
Yes.
So let Arinze go on.
Okay, Arinze.
Yes. Yes. Am I coming out clear?
Yeah.
Just go on, please.
All right, thank you. You see, what I want to say is I started following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since 2014, even when he was still broadcasting from shortwave. You see, so and there's one thing I loved about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's a particular word that he always used that is always, you know, gingering me because when it comes to Biafra, I'm fanatical about Biafra. I followed all the protests that goes on in Biafra land, and if you follow my page, I'm always advocating for a quick action. Anything that brings about quick action, as long as it's all about Biafra restoration, I always involve myself in it because I'm fanatical. Now, and that is one particular word that Mazi Nnamdi can always use that forced me to engage myself in this university, that Oko University in Anambra State. I was involved in the debate house group, and also Port Harcourt University group chat during when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said all students must be involved. So I was among those who are, engaging in some debates, the importance, the need for Biafra. And what energized me, into having strong debate with people is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always say that I love my enemies more than my friend. Why is he always saying that? He always say that, to draw those people who are ignorant about Biafra. There are some people that they just hate Biafra for no reason. They don't just like it. But when we begin to give them, talk to them, talk sense to them, they will be the people to realize that I'm the most foolish person, to be acting that way. I've come across so many people like that. So why I'm saying this is that during this, during that time, during that coronavirus period, I was among those who shared the food that palliative Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent down, because I work with Abia State Media Team. So the food was directed mostly to non-IPOB members, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave a straight order that all the IPOB members should not partake in that particular palliative, that it must send to those, especially non-IPOB members. And when you watch from that coronavirus up to date, a number of people who joined the struggle, we have a number of people who just joined the struggle based on what they have received or the kind of kindness Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have shown to them, and immediately they joined. So it didn't take time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left the radio, So I don't think there is a time to educate those people, to energize them, to tell them. And if you watch what is going on now, it's only the true hardcore Ipob, those who started following Nnamdi Kanu from 2014. It's those people that can stand firm, like I am now. I don't think there is anything on earth that will ever make me to change my mindset from this particular struggle, Biafra, IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's impossible. I have not seen that. So what I'm saying is this: instead of us to be replying, because I like what our media warriors are doing, I'm always online. I do watch everybody and I listen to everybody, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always say that it's not wrong to suspect somebody, but it is very wrong, to come with a wrong information about somebody, to accuse somebody wrongly without facts and figures. So Nnamdi Kanu always end his debate with facts and figures, that he will bring you out in the public and you will be the one to naked yourself and hide your face in shame, that you can never ever surface again. So, and that is exactly what I'm looking up to all the IPOB medias, all the IPOB warriors, to begin to engage. Those people who think that DOS is not getting it right, IPOB is not getting it right, engage them. Engaging them with a kind of, teaching, facts and figures, proving to them that at the end of the day, they will see that, yes, nobody need to tell somebody to follow this or to follow that. Based on the teachings you present, the person will just make up his mind. Because when I look at what is going on, when I listen to Simon Ekpa, I look at the followers, I look at the people that follow him, I look at the reason why they want to listen to this guy. Because he's always telling them what they need to hear. For instance, the sit at home that DOS called on and eventually called off, I personally get upset. But my media man called me and talked to me, and I have to strategize and begin to tell my followers, look at the reason why, look at the reason why. Okay, now the sit at home is still holding. And if you watch Simon Ekpa now, he's trying to, to tell our people that more sit at home will make Nigerian government, because there's one topic that he used sometimes. He said that let the cost of what is keeping Nnamdi Kanu be higher than the cost of the belly. So that he wants more Biafrans to sit at home like 2 days, so that it will force some other people to support the campaign for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when I listen to that guy, I will say, okay, it's a very good idea. But when I listen to Radio Biafra, Chikedozo will say his own will be a good idea too. but it will not be the same with this guy. So our people become confused. Do you understand? Our people become like confused. Are you?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's throw light because
Mazi, let me
Mazi.
answer him. He said he want to ask a question, but he's making a submission, right?
Yeah.
So and he's welcomed. All this whole thing going back and forth is this. Like you said, Onyendu always does things how the spirit led him. The palliative, there's a reason why he said we should give it to the outside. He's not trying to buy people over. That's number one. Now, people with little knowledge of what we are doing. That's why we are here, to educate people, just like as you have joined us. And IPOB Media Warriors, we don't say things without facts and figures. But what we're talking about is when we are responding to people. We are responding to people. There's a difference between when you're responding to assertion somebody has made or lies somebody has peddled. Simon Ekpa and those are following. He have just told you now that he's paying people money. He didn't not miss. I didn't say it. Have you had Mazi Nnamdi have told? Mazi Nnamdi said, "Let the whole professor in Nigeria come and debate him. If they defeat him, he will stop Biafra." That is where you know a man. But a man is crying that you want to debate me now. He's determining why. He's a non-entity. Simon Ekpa is the most dumbest person on earth with me. Simon Ekpa will not last 1 minute with me. I'm telling you. You come here and asking me a question. Do I know you? I don't know you from anywhere. But I dare you. There's no question you ask me out here about this struggle. I will not answer you. Not by fight. I will give you facts and figures. Because I know where to refer you to. When I answer, I will make a reference to it. If Simon Ekpa you see, when you go to look for job, they ask for experience. What is job experience? There's a reason for it. Simon Ekpa was contracted to come. They thought that they will have a free flow. But they miscalculated. They thought when the whole onion, everything will just shut up. Gucci is not there. Right? They thought when because Gucci is involved in all this plan. They tried their thing. Look at Gucci came out a couple days ago. Since he felt down in UAE, he didn't talk. After he just talked couple months, we are the people that ran. When we come out, because we are telling him something. I know Uchemofo very well now. Who is Uchemofo? So our former deputy, he knows me, I know him. That's nothing there. If not because Mazi Nnamdi, what do I need to meet Uchemofo for? Who is he? He's nobody. As far as I'm concerned, it's Mazi Nnamdi. Only said Uchemofo, when I'm not there, he was hammering it just like DOS today. Say when I'm not here, the next man in line, then because those DOS then was features. He said Uchemofo is the next man in line. Onyendu will use you when he wants you because he's a man that see tomorrow. That's why he wants Simon Ekpa do not allow devil to enter you. He recognized more than 8 people that propagate Biafra, but he pointed to one man. What does that tell you, my brother? If you're a follower of Nnamdi, can I still confused? That means, you see, our people study, but they learn nothing. They listen, they learn absolutely nothing. Because you know what? Our minds are very, 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 very weak. We attach sentiment and emotion in things we do. Now, with your common sense, can you tell me one thing Simon Ekpa is telling people about sit at home that is not his idea? Simon Ekpa was not where they plan about this sit at home. He don't even know what that sit at home stand to serve. He does not know what is sit at home. Do you know the meaning of that sit at home? If I ask you now, do you know the meaning of that sit at home? You don't know. So why are you fighting something you don't know? Do you know what we want to achieve on the sit at home? This is not the first sit at home IPOB have done. We started doing sit at home since 2016. It serves a purpose. We don't want to bastardize because what Simon want to kill everything, every power IPOB have. Anything you do that goes against your own people, you're trying to rebel. That means you become enemy of the people. Just like my brother asked me, we talk about now to bound the beef in our land. What plan do we have? Now I'm telling you that we are in state of war, but we have already pre-warned our people. Get ready and start animal husbandry. To us to contend with what we spent almost 30 months on blockade. Biafrans survived it. We survived it. So not now that we can farm things in our own, we have technology and everything, they cannot stop us anymore. So people should not worry about that. So ask yourself question. Go to Simon Ekpa, ask Simon Ekpa, what agenda do you have for Biafra? Mazi Nnamdi is not here anymore. Which way forward, Simon Ekpa? Please tell us. Only thing is telling you, I know why you want to debate me, because now is on people's domain that is now bribing people to come to interview. All these people you see interviewing, all these women in America arranging all those white people, including all these people that are arranging. All these are arranging. People that called them and show that everything he has done in the past is arranging. To him to interview Onyendu, Simon wanted to commit suicide. He wanted to commit suicide because he was fighting for something. Because if Onyendu couldn't appear in his interview, some people wouldn't take him serious. But all this is, he went extra miles. They were walking on the ground. So, but now he just came out and confessed. That's why Madam Nenya said, that woman that takes crystal meth in America, now back like a mad dog, she confessed everything he do. Simon, now, this is time for Simon to confess. He's confessing now. He told us about 1 billion naira. Now he's telling us about he paid. He admitted he paid. You know what that means? Simon Ekpa is a criminal. The guy is a bastard. I'm going to put it on this program. Give it to him. I said it. I was the first person that started calling him Simon Onyori. He's a criminal. He's a criminal. For admitting fraud. What he admits is a fraud. Bribing somebody to come to your home is a fraud, my brother. So he has no stand in when we talk about Biafra issue. Simon has no stake whatsoever. He can't even be a unit coordinator in IPOB. I die Simon Ekpa. I'll give him 1 minute. If he lasts 1 minute, he only challenge the whole professor in the whole zoo. He said, if he lasts 1 minute, I'll give it to Simon Ekpa. More as I'm here, throw any question to me if I didn't answer it to you, my brother. So go back to him and ask him, Simon Ekpa, what is your agenda to restore Biafra? Not IPOB or Mazi Nnamdi's family. Because now people are fighting to be an IPOB member. Now they're confused. Somebody fought for it. Somebody paid price for it. It's not mouth. You talk about your platform, your Facebook platform that is in your bedroom. What is that supposed to mean? Mazi Nnamdi can pay for the Biafra and sleep in the city of London. Which of us said it with his mouth, not me. Which of us confirmed that? Onyendu was sleeping in his car in Edmonton. Tesco car park in this country, just not far from me, about 15 minutes from my house here now. You think it's a joke? What have Simon Ekpa given? If you want to challenge Kanu that escaped death. 2017, Kanu was Nafari Quebec. Who is Simon Ekpa? He's a nitwit. I don't have a word for him. But the only thing I said, if he's man enough, let him come out for debate. We are challenging him for debate. And stop mentioning Mazi Nnamdi and IPOB. For some of you that are confused, you're confused because you forgot where you're supposed to get your information. Onyendu has told you, anything you don't hear in Radio Biafra is fake. If you don't hear it in Radio Biafra, it doesn't concern IPOB. That's why we contribute money to sponsor that particular platform. It is not monetized. You come there and speak your mind, just like we give you guys platform to speak. You see, we didn't arrange you guys. You don't know who you are. My comrade put the link there. You come into the program. If you're autopilot here, if you have sense, we'll talk to you. But if you want to be an ass, we'll kick you out. Simple as that. They will.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi George. Arinze.
Yes, thank you.
Arinze, you can hear me?
Yes.
You see, you don't have to be confused. If truly you are an IPOB member, even if you joined IPOB because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because everybody that is following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu joined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for the restoration of Biafra. Everybody, all of us, even the Simon, even all the autopiloters, is all the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all of them heard and joined. Now, you don't have to be confused because you have only one leader. You are not going to be confused when that your leader you love so much is being in DSS custody. This is the time he needed you most, not the time for you to separate yourself from that your leader that is in DSS custody. Because the same people now, they have turned around to say they are what? Idu. You understand? That they are Idu. I hope you are hearing me. Okay. So, you don't have to be confused. Everything is is normal in IPOB. The problem is that we had a heat. Some of you don't understand what struck us, because some of you, we are not around, maybe 2017, 2016, thereabout. But this time around, there was a calculated government of Nigeria sponsored heat to attack IPOB, to destroy IPOB. The same people arranged for the kidnap of our leader in Kenya. Their plan was to kill him. They could not kill him. God saved our leader. Now they renditioned our leader into Nigeria. The same people continued. You say Simon Ekwe is talking what people are hearing. What is it? Is he talking that people are hearing? What he's talking is that he is going to destroy IPOB, the DOS, they are criminal, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family, they are evil, and now they are propagating the Idu kingdom. So how can you, as a right-thinking person, you already have the leader in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are following him, and you know, for you to be free, for Biafra to come, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only solution with DOS. So if you're an IPOB member, you don't have to be confused, even at this level. Even if somebody, there are people who are not IPOB members, they are in millions, Biafrans, matured people. It's not about what you want to hear. You can go there and feel good, you know, rant and rant and rant, you feel good. At the end of it, what can he, you know, provide? What has he been able to contribute? Absolutely nothing. Rather, he's taking money from you people through super chat and putting in his pocket. He is not paying any dues. He's telling people stop paying dues. He's telling people to stop, you know, the funding of ESN. He's telling people that, you know, they should stop respecting DOS. When you say stop respecting DOS or you are attacking DOS, you are attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directly. There is no two ways about it. So the issue of confusion shouldn't be there. I hope from this night, that side of your brain that is confused, it will stop. Stop going to his platform. Stop listening to junk. It's when you go and listen to junk, you feel, you know, it looks as if he's talking something that is okay. But it doesn't take you to nowhere. Rather, it's confusing you more and more. Listen to Radio Biafra. There are genuine Biafran platforms, you know, where you can listen to information. So thank you. Let me go to Mazi Oluchi. I think you.
Mazi, 1 second. 1 second, Mazi. There's something I want to say here, please, before we continue, because there's something trending, and I need to clarify this as we go forward before they're going to go and do their own analysis. And I don't say there's something I forgot to talk about. You know, when you say quick action, anything that is quick is destructive, right? You're in Biafra land. You should think inward. You know, we don't want to lose the second war. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Quick action is not just saying it. You have to talk about the logistics is in your disposal. So when people talk about quick action, those people that are pushing us, just like our question Mazi Oluchi asked us, right? Just only on the cow. What is our plan? You don't just double it into stuff. We have paid price. From 1945, they start massacring our people. But at least 5 million of us passed from 1967 to 70. So we don't want to repeat what that has happened before, right? So that's what I'm saying. There's nothing we're going to do under quick action. It's not going to work. So everything we have what they call blueprint. And that blueprint is what we stick upon. We have our agenda. We won't change IPOB agenda. IPOB has agenda. We always implement it at a due time. Now, the issue that we are seeing online now, that the fake Buhari is saying that political solution, there's no way for political solution. All of us IPOB members should understand the signal. Onyendu have rejected whatever they have thrown in Onyendu. So there's no analysis there. For him to come out, this news has been made. He has made headline before, but now is now on television now, airing it, you know, to people to hear it. So it's not a breaking news. We had this news before. That political solution. And when people say political solution, people will misunderstood. our elders and some religious leader in our land, because Onyendu listen to everybody. Some people don't understand that Nnamdi is a very humble man. And let me say this: IPOB asked me, do you have to be an IPOB member before you fight for Biafra? I said no. So what of those are not IPOB members? How do we collaborate with them? You must listen to other opinions within the leadership. So sometimes we give a room for people to come in. Does not mean that IPOB have forgotten her agenda. So when our elders and our religious leader get involved in what we want them to get involved, we allow them to do what they're supposed to do. But our primary project and our primary mission was to them to give us a date for referendum. And that's a political solution. There's nothing we do, even though we fight war today, United Nations get involved tomorrow, they will have what they call reconciliation. It's a political solution. So people should not misquote English words. So that clown talking about Nnamdi Kanu, because now they have gone to Onyendu, they have tried. They said Onyendu's team is behaving in DSS, tell that they cannot do him anything. They know. So for him to come out now means that they are powerless over our leader. For those that are saying that our leader brain is damaged, he doesn't think very well anymore, show you that the man still stands where he stands. And at least he proved it once in his court when he was, cautioning the DSS guy that was trying to misbehave in the court. So our leader still remains whom he is, and nothing has changed. So people should not pay attention to that, because Dandus has made A before. We know what has been said. They're repeating the same thing now live on television. So it doesn't make any sense. That's one thing I want to correct. So Mazi, all right, you go ahead, please, my brother.
Hang on.
Someone just came in.
I have somebody on the phone. Let him just say something 1 minute, and then we move on.
There's somebody that is in it to introduce himself with us here.
Yeah, I know. I will come to Chuku Ebuka. So go on, Mazi.
Okay. Good evening, Biafran. Can everyone hear me?
Okay.
Am I coming out now?
Yeah. Go on.
Okay. Good evening, fellow comrades.
Good evening. Go on.
Please, my brother, I want to say something very, very important. Listen carefully. Please, I don't know why I can hear myself. It's coming back to me. So I don't know.
Put off what you are listening from. And speak direct to the phone. Go on. It's like go on. Just go on, speak.
My brother, I want you to I want you to know that there is a structure laid down by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which IPOB in general operates on. And in that structure, if you want to be part of that structure, especially if you want your suggestions to be listened to or considered or even implemented, you have to join a family member, like a family in IPOB, which is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keep lamenting. If you have anything to share with us, if you have listen to his programs, many of his programs, you hear him saying, if you have anything to tell us, if you have any suggestion whatsoever to add to the struggle, join a family, be a family member, and your coordinator, from your coordinator to the continental rep, from there to get to the DOS, and then they will look into your suggestion. Now, Simon Ekpa is not an IPOB family member, and Simon Ekpa is not giving out suggestions on what the DOS should look into and consider implementing. He is rather putting out commands as if he controls the leadership of not support whatever he says. It's not like some of his suggestions might not be good. No. And it's not as if there is nobody in IPOB leadership who is also giving out.
I think he's having network issues.
He has taken the upon himself to always challenge the leadership and the command structure of IPOB, and we will not allow that to happen, because when it happens, that means that we have fallen to the brain. We have succeeded in killing ourselves by allowing somebody who is not a member to control the movement. It is not. by this time, you and I will not be in IPOB. You and I will not even have heard of IPOB. It is the DOS that have been in the backbone of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why whenever he's talking, he speaks with it. He speaks about it with a very serious alacrity. Without sight, he tells you DOS is the key, and whoever you are right now, listening, what he's saying is correct. And with these suggestions that he's putting out there, these are the suggestions that he's using to put you people down, to keep following him and stay on his page. After saying those things, you still hear him say he will kick everybody out of IPB. So what would you call?
It's all right. I think
he's trying to command our structure from outside, and we don't want that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So let me get I am Chukwebuka Okeke. Can you introduce yourself? There is noise in your background.
Okay. What change you got for Taya, madam? It's not Chukwebuka anymore.
Okay, go on, Chukwebuka. Introduce yourself.
Everyone, good evening, Biafrans. From my place, I'm speaking from Côte d'Ivoire. Can you hear me?
Yes, go on.
All right, my brother. Madam.
Thank you.
I want to thank you. I've been listening to your program since I would say since this well, I say, well, I don't know what to call it. All this saga began about
attack. Just say this attack.
Oh yes, my brother. It's very painful. You know, I don't know what to call it, but as you said, the attack started on IPOB, and so many gullible doesn't understand what is playing out. But to the glory of God, the creator of heaven and the earth, we are able to identify them and they put them where they belong. So I thank God for such. And I will also thank our brother, George. Mazi, I am saying that you are doing a wonderful job. This clarification that you are doing for 2 days now, I've watched you answering some tedious questions, which you know that Zoo has dealt with our people. Zoo has dealt with our people. But to the glory of God for this Radio Biafra, that our people are now being liberated in some certain extent. Not that we are totally free, because being in prison for over 60 years is not something that will just come and change the mentality of the people. So it has been a kind of something that our people has mastered, that anybody can come in and tell them anything and that goes. Our people are seeking for liberation. Our people need liberation, and you know our people. Our people is a kind of, we are looking for that Messiah. Because if you go back to the Bible history, I don't want to dwell on that because I don't want to mix up religion and what we are doing. If I mix it, because religion in a way has deviated from the main goal, the main mission that we are sent to come and do. Any preacher that is not preaching about the freedom of the people is not doing what God wants. So I am of the opinion that is saying that what is happening all this since our leader been adopted has opened so many people's eyes to know that not everybody that call Jesus, let me use that as slogan, is really a disciple of Jesus. Simon Ekpa came in and began to shout, disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and so on and so forth. At a point, Immediately our leader was adopted. Everything started to play in the open. That those who have eyes will understand where this man is going. Until this very day, some people have not identified that he is the enemy of Biafrans. He is the enemy of the struggle. How can somebody tell you openly or air that he has never taken any oaths and he will not do it, and you're still following that same person? Somebody who a member of IPOB still follow the same person who tell you that he will never take oaths. That makes me to be a kind of mad. But at a point, not everybody will be in the same level of understanding as I am. All right. So we will keep on doing what we are supposed to do. All right. Here, I don't hold any office other than the little office that they say I should occupy here in my zone. Precisely, I am in Abobo zone. Abobo zone in Cote d'Ivoire. That is under the capital, Abidjan. Therefore, I am a mobilizer officer in a little way that I know, because so many people have deviated. I'm telling you this thing categorically. So this opening of eyes, that is what I will call it, that you people are doing in Radio Biafra and in different platforms is very, very important, because our people are yearning for somebody who will give them that freedom. But in a way, they are anxious about it. They are too desperate about it. By so doing, making a lot of mistakes, making a lot of decisions, a lot of negative decisions, and following not the right people. So our duty is to keep on educating as many as that will listen, because many has made up their mind. But all the same, according to my Bible, he said, faith cometh by hearing. Hearing what? Word of God. But in this very one, faith of Biafra cometh by we continue to preaching it. And preaching it, many will begin to be convinced and they will come back to the fold. We are under one umbrella. Anybody that is not under IPOB, you can run any errands for Biafrans, is appreciated, but you cannot tell IPOB how to learn the movement and how to go about it. If it doesn't suit you, you check another door, because every door needs to be open. Go and open it, provided you are giving or you are making an advancement to give us Biafra. That is the simple thing. So this is the only thing I want to say for now, but I will be by the side listening. I thank everyone who are contributing. God bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Mazi, hang on. I need to get Mazi Oluchi John.
Yes. Good evening, no?
Yeah, good evening.
Am I coming out clear?
Yeah.
Okay. My brother, I saw your name before. It sounds like my real name, Chukwuebuka. Later on, it was changed. Okay, but it's fine. What I wanted to say in a nutshell is that I want to encourage all the IPOB members to keep on paying their monthly dues and ESN, because our men need money. If I go up there, I will bring down my receipt. We still need money in this present time now. This is a trying time. I want to encourage everybody. Then another question I want to throw on the floor is that, to our brother, is that, is there any engagement or approach we can throw at these people, these our names that we are seeing in Super Eagles, and promoting Nigerian Super Eagles at this particular time? And because what they're actually telling us is that what we are doing is irrelevant, and they still go back, play soccer for Nigeria, and they are answering Okechukwu, Chijoke, and Ayadoha. And how do we engage these people to use their profession to promote what we are doing for them to, because these are the tools that we need for international world to know actually that what we are doing is we are serious about it. But in as much as that these people still go back with those names and playing in those soccers and those games, they will see us that what we are doing, we are not serious.
Nobody, no civilized country in the world would think so. Let me tell you this. America, when George Washington picked up against America, there was only 3% of Americans that supported him. Now, do you see how people are today fighting to identify as an IPOB member? You know, you see this man you've seen today, they will beg. I'm telling you, in Biafra, they will have second-class citizens in Biafra. And there's no apology to it. Because we judge you by what you have done. Like I said, once you live outside, even if you live in Lagos, yeah, you are not in Biafra land. You didn't contribute money. We deem you as a foreigner. Because the moment Biafra is restored, you coming from Lagos, that means we'll have border. We'll have borderline. You don't need to worry about these individuals. They are not our target. Because they are comfortable. My brother. That's why I said, if tomorrow some of them start shouting, Chiwetalago will come on our Radio Biafra on 13. Make sure you go to Mazi. Jonathan is going to interview him again. They are not interested because of the selfish. Look at, it's not only footballers. What about but gradually but surely, you can see our clergymen, someone like Mbaka now, prayed openly, call prayer for our fallen heroes. Today again, Bemonso have already openly shown his allegiance with our leader. So my brother, is not something, listen, if you understand that Biafra, the reason why they didn't teach Biafra in school was to stifle the history, because we could have healed what happened to us by Nigerian actually state opening up a way for that, a way for true reconciliation, like the Rwandan people did. The Hutus and the Hutus and whatever they call them fought. This is a small fight, but at the end of the day, they come up with open reconciliation. Sierra Leoneans, they fought, they come up with open reconciliation. Liberia, they did the same thing. But ours was, they say, no victory, no vanquish. But they have a mandate and a method that we will not excel, but by so God doing, we are still on top of economically wise. We have the economic in our hand, even though they give us 20 pounds. So this our brothers you see playing in Super Igloo, they want to make name because they believe it now. Me and you, they think we are mad. Our senses are not right. Just like those that call us miscreants. Remember when they are calling us, even Obasanjo call us miscreants. What is Obasanjo talking about now today? So we have to, that's why we need more consistency within our families. With time, these people they will fall in. And many say this, maybe some of them are supporting us from behind, you don't know. Because IPOB is deep. But I will tell you, Chiwetalago said that it cannot have people, because even though people don't even man enough to open their mouth to mention Biafra. So that is the problem, my brother. If you look at it, I'm telling you, it is not easy. What me and you are doing, yeah, is a noble job. It's a noble job. So when you look at yourself, don't look at those people. What we are saying here, we think only about our comrades. You see those people that have died under our flag, that is the few we are doing what we are doing. But you can't see them come out, but gradually they will come with time. But when convincingly they see what we are doing now, yielding fruit, like you see people fighting for IPOB today, but there's time lapses. Today you're saying, oh, I'm an IPOB, you're claiming that indigenous people of Biafra. Yeah, but you're not an IPOB member because it's a franchise now. IPOB is a household name. For you to be an IPOB, you must be a member. You must show what makes you an IPOB member. It's not free. We pay price for it. There my brother. There
Mazi, I hope that question is cleared. Is there any confusion again?
No. It is what.
Mazi Chukwuebuka. Okay. I have to ask you this question because you know it's not easy. Our brother Mazi Gift, Emeka Gift. I know you know him because that's one of us. He's a strong man. And if you are any place you see him buy anything for me. Say no man George you met oh only this said if you do well we'll praise you, but not for him. I won't say he won't capitulate, but when we praise you, he mess up. In my hand, man, I'm with treatment in that one.
Yes.
So, Mazi George.
Yes, my brother.
I want to ask you because it looks as if some of our people, they are still struggling to grasp what we are doing in this freedom fighting. Because as you can understand that some of our people, they don't even understand anything. You understand me? They just want a situation whereby, you know, they want action. They want action. And when you ask them, what action do you really want? They will tell you, oh, we want something to happen. DOS, they are not acting. They are not doing like our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, I don't know if you can educate them a bit, because like this young man, you know, Arinze, he's sincere. You know, some people will say, oh, why are we hosting this program? We are calling Simon Ekpa, whether we are using him to do a program or whatever. No, we are not using Simon Ekpa to do a program. Rather, we are trying to pinpoint to our people. So many young men, young women are being deceived because they've never experienced such a situation whereby somebody is talking, you know, what they want to hear. This is 21st century. You know, some of them, they have their smartphone, you know, they want to be entertained. They want somebody, you know, to show them maybe things they want to see, or somebody that is looking cool online. And some of them are deceived. So the essence of why we are doing this, being gatekeepers, is we also have to educate our people. The people we are dealing with, all those moles, we are exposing their lies. We are trying to, you know, sanitize our people's brain, mostly young men and women. Like Arinze here, in sincerity, he just poured his mind that he's confused, but not that he's not following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But that confusion is because some of them are still going to his platform to listen to rubbish. And when, after listening to that rubbish, they will then be confused. While our leader told all of you, anything you don't hear on Radio Biafra, disregard it. Don't take it as anything. Some of you, since our leader was rendition, if I ask some of you now on this broadcast now, except maybe me and the Mazi George, maybe the rest of you might struggle to say, yeah, we do listen to Radio Biafra morning, afternoon, night. We do share the program on Radio Biafra. Because in Radio Biafra, whatever you hear in Radio Biafra is tutoring you, for you to understand about the struggle, for you to understand, you know, where we are now, the level of where we are in the agitation. Because some of you are still having that whatever, oh, sit at home. Sit at home is working. Why did DOS stop sit at home? But some of you don't know that the agitation has gotten to a different level. There used to be a time in Nigeria, people will come out and be, you know, protesting. And as they are protesting, some people were being killed. Now, sitting at home is not what will bring our leader out. You know, sitting at home is a tool that DOS or IPOB or our leader uses to achieve a particular aim. He will remove it. Even our leader, from all whatever he has been teaching, if you are truly a follower of our leader, you will understand that our leader will always tell you, I don't want my people to suffer any more economic hardship. When they sit at home, there are women, there are men that believe in, you know, petty trading. If they don't go to market that day, they will not get money to feed their family. So because of that, you know, when he says suspend the sit at home, he is the one who gave the order. And some of you were a bit, you know, misled, or you did not understand when we say C&C, command and control. There is nothing DOS will come and tell Biafrans that they have never deliberated that with our leader and agreed. You understand? So if you understand that DOS is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is DOS. DOS don't just come and start, giving orders without deliberating it, agreeing, with our leader. Even the suspension of the sit at home, it took them 4 times before they could be able to convince our leader. Before our leader could be able to convince them, because they did not want to stop the sit at home, to suspend it. But 4 times our leader was begging them, DOS, to stop it, to suspend it, because he doesn't want our people to suffer economic hardship. But some of you will think, oh, we have to continue sitting at home. Continue sitting at home, yes, but it's not something you can bastardize. It's a tool that when the time we want to use it, we use it to achieve a particular aim. It's not that that's the process for us to be sitting at home until we get Biafra. No, the agitation has gotten to a different level. So that's why we try to educate some of you. Whether you are old in the struggle or you are new, whether you are a member of IPOB or you are not a member of IPOB, but you want freedom. So if you really want freedom, you want to get out of Nigeria, you cannot be working with the people who have sworn to destroy the same struggle, the same freedom you want to have. That's why we want to educate you people. We don't hate nobody. Simon Ekpa was there from the time our leader, like Mazi George said. There are other people, our leader say, listen to this one, listen to this one, listen to more than 10 people. Only him, our leader said, do not allow demon to enter you. So today, has demon entered him? Today, he is Lucifer. He is Lucifer today. If I keep playing some of his, clips here, you people you will say, what is really happening? Is this person the same Simon Ekpa you people go to him to listen to? But that is him. So we are not here to cast aspersions to anybody or want to hate anybody or want to. Is whatever anybody sow in life, that you shall reap. When he was doing, his exposition, nobody attacked him. I've appeared on his program more than 3 or 4 times in those days. But why did I stop appearing there? Because he is no more speaking what will lead anybody towards getting Biafra. He become an enemy of the freedom. The only thing he's interested is money, taking money from our people and trying to sow a seed of division, a seed of destruction, telling people on his platform, oh, people should stop paying into IPOB. Now, people, DOS, they should get out of the way, that they are not getting it. Then you ask him, who is going to replace DOS? If you tell them to, get out of the way, he will tell you he doesn't know that is Biafra. So we all have to, some of you that are young in this agitation, please don't feel you are being you are confused. Don't be confused. So Mazi George, I would like you to shed a bit light to them to understand what this freedom is all about, because some of them, they think it's a jamboree or is a social club, is a party or something of an entertainment. Freedom fighting is not entertainment. It's not politics. It's not democracy. That's why you have C&C, command and control, quasi-military organization, outfit. That's what we are in IPOB. And it's because of that command and control. That's why our leader was able to, gather our people. All of us know that our race, Biafrans, are the most difficult people, to gather. Everybody have their own opinion. Everybody want to, for everybody to believe what they are saying. But our leader was able to gather all of us to push this agitation to where it is today. And then some people
let's move forward
and got involved in trying to sabotage it. So that's why we are here to educate some of you. So Mazi, I don't know if you can shed more light on it, to educate them.
I'll have to say one thing first. When people say attack, we are not attacking anybody. We are responding to his propaganda. So all of us that came out to diffuse his excesses of his propaganda that has been peddling. Now, our young youth, like you said, I know they got a hot blood, but they're not thinking about, you're not thinking of when you attack. So whoever attacks, then you leave some hole, behind you, there's a loophole behind you. So who's going to cover the loopholes behind you? Like I already said, you have already educated them about our structure. Is a quasi-military system that we run, and CNC is command and control once you're an IPOB member, unless you're outside IPOB. That's one thing which said is either you're in IPOB or you're outside IPOB yapping. That is his word. And that is why when he resigned, he walked away. He didn't fight to be in a Radio Biafra or to do anything. He created a platform for himself, but him and his platform, that's why he demoted himself to be a secretary to somebody that was under him before. When the ghost of the land is fighting you, if Uchemofo could be a secretary to the pig in the creek, tells you all you need to know. If Uchemofo didn't know, his problem of Uchemofo had was Uchemofo never knew he was second in command. He never knew his position. We were here in the United Kingdom. People that dragged him into the mud, just little zonal coordinators that don't even know their left and right. But that's spirit of Biafra for you. So we are not attacking anybody. We're only responding to them because we cannot. If the only way they defeated us after the war, our everybody go back to sleep. We were leading on the media. You remember? I think the last media network we have in Biafra land was Mirage Obosi, right? After Mirage, nothing else. We all of us sat in the back seat. You know what I mean? So nothing. So they are propagating, because anything you hear, the media controls your mindset, right? That's why Onyendu came first. We come with the media, restore Radio Biafra. Now we push all of us to be on social media. Now, because we have pushed Biafra over the years, even Google now have no choice than to recognize Biafra, even put it back on the map because of our perseverances. So we are not going anywhere. And my advice to everybody is this. We know we have one goal. That goal is to restore Biafra, and it's for everybody. Especially somebody will ask me that I live in the United Kingdom, what am I fighting for? My kids are born here. Literally, if I don't even work for one day, they will still go to school, go to university, become somebody, live in a house. Here, people are going to work. They will employ you, now paying you, and let you, they put you in training. So this is a system, and this is what we want. I don't want to be the only person that have money in my village. Everybody come back down for me on what? If you see all these footballers, yeah, they are not different from me and you. Even though they earn 200,000 pounds every week, but I still see them in the pitch. I still see them in the pitch. I see them walk out. Jose Mourinho, Jose Mourinho. Some people will die to see Mourinho. I work in Tottenham Stadium. The day he came, when they signed him in Tottenham, I was in Tottenham. The day he came in the office, they told me, above me. I'm not, because I never liked him. I'm an Arsenal person. I said, I'm not interested. People were taking pictures. I said, I'm not interested. Do you understand what I'm saying? Get my watch. I see these people live. They are humble people. Not somebody that, our people, somebody have $1 million. It's like the whole world will come and bow down for you. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that our people need to understand what we are in and what we are fighting for. So what I want to do is to guide some of us, maybe that are confused in this point in time of our struggle, right? But the only thing we are looking for is Biafra. And under the leadership of Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, you must obey before you do what you complain. If order is being given, like some people, there's one of us today I saw. This guy is somebody I respect, Jimok or whatever. I don't know if he lives in Switzerland or whatever. And our younger brother, our leader's younger brother, pushed something about our leader. There's another masquerade that have our leader's face with handcuff and everything. And the guy made a comment that this thing is not is mockery. and put a word like disgrace for Biafrans. And I said, but my brother, why would you say a thing like that? People that sat down and did this is actually people that care. But I'm still looking at your deep. You have not changed the picture that commanded to every single one of us to put. And now you're questioning people that immortalize our leader. Is it because he's in masquerade? Masquerade is our way of life. Masquerade is not a bad thing. They're doing carnival all over the place. What are they wearing? What is Halloween? Halloween is what we are doing. That's our masquerade. Why is it demon to have our masquerade, have Onyendu mortalized? That's an honor. And his hometown as well. Do you care more than the people or where Onyendu came from? But every time people are twisting things. And I wrote something there and I asked him, have you joined the Autopiloters? He never responded. So my brother, like our brother have said, because the direction has been given. But what we are saying is that people must know that we get our, this is why we're here. We're not here to malign anybody. We only here like people like Patrick and Kim have come in. These are men has been fighting tooth and nail to educate our people, you know. And he's one of the people that are actually being concise. He always careful with his word he uses. Some of us will be brutal. But what I'm saying here is essence is that we are here to educate our people and guide our people. Those that are missing their way, we can redirect them and focus on what we are doing. Because when they say focus, focus means that we will respond. We are not attacking anybody. We're only responding to people. There we Let's welcome our brother.
Let's welcome Pat, and then I take a call. Somebody is on the line here now. Let's Mazi Pat, please introduce yourself to Biafra. Then
Mazi, good evening. My name is
hang on, caller, hang on. Pat, introduce yourself, please. Hang on, caller.
Mazi, good evening. Good evening. My name is on the screen. My name is Ikem Patrick Bike. I came across this program and it's quite interesting. I just want to be brief and I'll step out. I don't want to take much of your time, but if there is somebody on the line who wants to call, you can permit that before I proceed.
Okay. I think the guy is dropped also. I think he has dropped. Hang on. Let me. Yeah. So, Mazi, go on.
Yeah, you want me to proceed?
The caller. So, go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking to me? Are you referring to me?
Yes. Just 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans. I'm calling from Rome, Italy. I am also a member of IPOP, the provost of IPOP Rome. I was listening to Mr. George, and he was talking about we should go and there is a news circulating that Nnamdi Kanu did not compromise. I've seen that news, but I just go back and make my own research again and see what is circulating in social media. So I decided to call back. What is circulating in social media means that they have asked director. They have asked director he should name or he should tell us what he needs in order to drop Biafra. And director said no. Is there. So my fellow Biafra, what I'm saying now, what I'm telling everybody now, every IPOP member, we should buckle up. We should buckle up and do the needful. If you know the people you can be able to preach, you can go and preach about Biafra. Preach to them, because our leader did not compromise. Our leader still stands where he stands. Our leader knows what he wants. And our leader has already told us that he will not disappoint us. That he will not disappoint us, that it is we that will disappoint him. So therefore, all those people that is telling us that they are confused, they are not getting any.
Mazi, let's call our drop. Go. Are you there? Can anybody hear me? Can you speak, please?
We can hear you.
I think he's frozen again. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. He's frozen again. I just want to say something here. There's a person here saying, Mazi George, why don't you go and debate Simon Ekpa? My brother, I know you're autopiloter, and it is not bad. If Simon Ekpa could throw, if he can come out for debate, because he deemed himself as if he has something to offer. But as you can see on this program, we have played a clip saying that he want to debate me. Now he is now concluding why people want to debate him, because he just caught him off guard. So you have to come out publicly to confess his ill practices, his fraudulent activities, the way he has been calling for only thing he wants involved in IPOB is anywhere that is fund. But Simon Ekpa has never contributed one dime in IPOB. But let him do it again. Why haven't they called for ESN fundraising? He suddenly changed his name to ESN. So I don't know your name. I think it's Peter or something. I threw a challenge to Simon Ekpa so long time ago. One is that I said, don't mention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't mention IPOB. And as you can see here, like I said, it's not a brag. You yourself, you can call or join this program. Bring that your question. It's not RNG. I dare you now. I'm not saying tomorrow. This is not RNG. Just like Onyendu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you call him asking 100 questions, he will start from the last. The same thing we possess. It's not brag. I'm a student of Radio Biafra. I'm not here to pet anybody. I don't lie. As Kanu said, the only time you want to remember something is when you lie. I don't lie. I tell you what I know. If I don't know, I will tell you I don't know it. So, and we want to build a nation that mankind has never had before. We cannot replicate another useless African country in Biafra. Why do I want to waste my time? Why am I here? I'm comfortable. Why am I supposed to come here? What am I doing here? If I am I jobless? I'm not. So what I'm saying in essence is this, in nutshell, is that anybody that talk about debate will debate constructively. Not you now trying to distort the facts or to destroy what you couldn't build. When it comes to IPOB, yeah, even though it's my mother in my face, she's gone. You know why? Man has fallen. You see? So it's not a child's play. So my brother, go and tell Simon Ekpa, let him come out for debate, not to enter Biafra where he arrange people. He have admitted now, so people know it's a joke. We are here. We don't even know anybody here. All of us are joining. We ask you where you calling from. Once you prove that you're an IPOB member, that is why you have to be a member. You have to ask you some fundamental questions. You understand? So our brother is out. Mazi, I think you have something to say. I think people are frozen up. I don't know. If you can go on, my brother, because my co-host is out. So let me go on with you guys, please.
Okay.
Don, we can't hear you though.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go on, my brother.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, please, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay, my brother. I will come back to my brother Mazi Arinze. I just want to add up with what Mazi George has said, based on nobody's no me for back on the can use that adage. Going to different platform that is not promoting what we are doing, you will get more confused. All right. Already, what I know about the exposition of Simon Ekpa and his cohorts, it's just news that is already in the public. I don't see any new thing he's doing. It's already news that is in the public domain. He's just analyzing it, trying to analyze it, and claiming that he is digging deep to get information that comes from where? It's already in public domain. That is one. Secondly, I will, if somebody is with me in a journey like this one we are into, restoration of Biafra, if I look back, like what Mazi George just said, So many people have fallen with all. In fact, they offer themselves as a sacrifice so that upon their broad foundation of Biafra will be built upon. Then, if I see all these things, and somebody somewhere will just sit down in his platform and they start giving order. It's not just giving advice, like somebody like Chris said. It's not just giving advice, but giving counter order. When I think about this thing, it makes me mad. So, my brother, another thing I want to say here: if we look at how our people are celebrating when they have visa of any country, when they have visa of any country, that will tell you the mess that we are into. We are into deep mess. How can a generation celebrating that they are traveling to another country? For us that is outside now, I am Cote d'Ivoire in the same West Africa. Now, if I will tell myself the simple truth, I have interacted with the indigenous people here. Most of them are not even thinking of going to just to Ghana. You will travel within 2 hours. They are not interested in crossing over to Ghana. They are comfortable where they are. That is their country here. So you can see that we are in a mess. This is all that we should be thinking about. Anybody that is saying something contrary to this very agenda, that person is an enemy. Is my enemy and the enemy of the whole Biafra. So we should be thinking critically, not just allowing wave to carry us. We can't allow such. Mazi and Kanu taught us to be mentally strong. This thing is not about emotional. Freedom fighting, to me, what I understand about it, is not about emotional. It is about critical thinking. Being reasonable enough to articulate when something is going wrong and how to tackle it, and then being focused. If I'm not determined in what I'm doing, it means I will fizzle out. Anything can pull me away. So this is aspects that we should be looking into. Our people are suffering. We are people who are always, we want to progress in everything we do. This is the one thing I discover about our people.
Biafrans, let's take it one at a time, because when we talk too much, we forget about what we are saying.
Yes.
Like you have already advised the young man, the point I take out there is about trying to cut the excesses of listening. But sometimes it's good, because if they didn't listen, they won't ask questions, right? So I never listened to, like you said, there's nothing new. Personally, there's nothing I'm going to learn from Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa come here, I will teach him. I will taught him what you don't know. You understand what I'm saying? I don't fall in that category to listen to Simon Ekpa. There's nothing he has that I want to hear. You understand what I'm saying? Like he said, the news in public domain. And when it comes to issue of Biafra, Simon Ekpa is know nothing. He's know absolutely zero. Now, there's one of our brother here, and it's something I want to clarify here. You know, he tell people that they ask him to give up his platform. You ask yourself, which platform? Facebook platform. Okay, now, when you go to take a job, any job you want to do in this world, there's always have a code of conduct to sign. And there's a clause that's rules and regulation you must follow. I have asked yourself why IPOB, none of our platform is monetized, right? Just like you hear him now, paying somebody, yeah, to come to his platform. IPOB don't arrange people to come to our platform or pay people to come to our platform. That's why we fund everything we do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we're fighting against fake news. So we cannot replicate it. But you can see now, Simon have admitted that he is paying somebody money. So somebody of repute to come to there, so people will think he's doing well. Just like other fake news media. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So Simon Ekpa, ask Simon Ekpa. You want Biafra, like I said before, which way forward? I've given you 3 things to ask him. Now, he could not give up his Facebook platform because it was he generated followers from IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and enter Biafra, right? From the money people are paying for their super chat. I don't know what it is because I've never for one day been there. I don't want to know. I don't know what it is. But I'm just giving you an assignment. He can't even give up his platform where people have given their own life. He's there drinking Hennessy and dancing like a mad dog. And they're listening to him. What is it that he's saying that is going to push this cause forward? My question, that's why someone asked me to debate Simon Ekpa. Listen to me. I'm up anytime, any day. Even if I'm sleeping, he wake me up. Yeah? Simon Ekpa, I will ask him one question. If you ask me a question now, answer is satisfied. If I ask him one question, he give me the right answer, right? I will never mention his name in my mouth again. I never mention his name, but I won't talk about him again. Because he's not worthy to mention. But I will only ask him one question. He came here. There was one that called from France the other day with 7 questions. And I asked him one and ran away. I said one question. One question I will answer Simon Ekpa. If you give me an answer to it, then I rest my case. And which I know he wouldn't do. So what my brother say here is that our young youth, everybody must unfollow Simon Ekpa, if he asks me. I follow him on Facebook though, but I will never go to YouTube to watch Simon Ekpa. I never watch him on Facebook. But it's there. I only respond when I see things here right. But I don't see his notification anymore. I think they block me. Maybe they know who I am now because they pick on people who they block or not. That means we know the hardcore IPOB. So like Darlington did. You understand what I'm saying? Because Darlington, after we have said everything, we don't forget that who started all this whole thing was Darlington on our platform. Not even Simon Ekpa. Who pushed this particular agenda was Darlington. I want every IPOB member to have it in the back of their mind that the primary, or let's say the architect of all the whole problem we have in that we have fought back now. That's why Darlington will tell you, don't drag me back. Onyendu, which Onyendu? Did you have Darlington travel to go and see our leader in DSS before our leader tell him? So now we have to go and listen to our leader, not our leader, since our leader structure that is there. He claimed that he left Senegal. He couldn't travel to abroad. He stopped on the Mediterranean Sea. He came back to fight for Biafra. That you now have grown so wing that you cannot fall back. We that is here, at least we have some. We can say something. We still humble, serving diligently. That you just in Biafra land there, right? They have the infantry to start accusing people left, right, and center. So I don't talk about Simon Ekpa. Let me be honest with you guys. I said it time without number. Simon Ekpa is inconsequential. But we'll talk about him when he bringing himself, when he's making open confession, like he just did. People don't understand the magnitude of what he just said. That he want to debate me. I know what he want to debate me because we paid money to the secretary of the same Lumumba is accusing Kanu Takano. Did you see now? He was accusing Kanu Takano that Kanu Takano was one that blocked Lumumba. Now he's saying you don't have direct contact with him. Go and listen to that audio very well. Simon Ekpa is a pathological. The guy is a monk. He just said it with his mouth. But now they're attacking Simon Takano because you know why? He said the Onyendu give order that Professor Lumumba should be one of the legal attorneys in Kenya. But now the guy just admitted that he don't even have his contact. And Kanu Takano made video, said that he contacted Simon. Simon said that he doesn't fall in that category because he sees him as a politician in Kenya. So Kanu Takano move on and find the appropriate person to carry out our task. That's why Kanu Takano is involved. Do you see what Kanu Takano is galvanizing? Because he cannot do it. He's coordinating our legal team across globe. But Simon Ekpa now telling some gullibles that, Kanu Takano kicked Prophet Lumumba out of the team because he doesn't want his brother out of prison. But now Simon is admitting that he's actually paid money to Patrick Lumumba, secretary, that he doesn't have direct contact with him. This one is just the audio that my brother played, my comrade played. So how can you ever imagine to talk and listen to? I see one video, the same woman in America that the one that takes him Urumiri. Now he's accusing Kanu with his sister in Germany. After that, they don't call the US anymore because now the US is not in their tongue anymore. Who is in their tongue now is Kanu Takano. But at least this video now, Mazi SAG played, now have exonerated Mazi Kanu Takano because he was accusing Mazi Kanu Takano that he was one that kicked out Prophet Professor Lumumba. But now he admitted he doesn't even have his contact. He admitted he doesn't have his contact, but he paid money for him to come to this program, but he didn't attend. He didn't show up in the program. So what does that tell you? Is that the kind of a man you want to listen to? Why did we stop listening to all this Zoom media? Because it's confusing your mind. You going there is waste of time. A man is a fraud. He's a complete criminal, a hardened one. I said it time without number. People might disquote me, but now he's admitting it with his own mouth. It's not me. Oh. He committed the fraud. The fraud is criminality, my brother. By bribing somebody to come to your program, even the person take the money and eat and say that I'm not coming. That's what we say when you bribe somebody. If those people have taken the bribe now, if they have not complied, now that means they know they took bribe. But they can't give him money. The professor don't have time to come to his program because he knows he's a charlatan. It's a joke. Mazi Nnamdi is not there. All of them know. Professor Lumumba know exactly what Mazi Nnamdi is a man of repute. He cannot descend that so low to come and gossip in Timon Ekpa's bedroom where he's drinking, where he looks like he lives in a shrine in Europe. Come on, wake up, my brothers. You know, so that's what I want to say to you. Everybody should start thinking. What is it that every day you go to listen to him, what do you learn from him? Because if you listen to our leader, every single day you listen to Nnamdi, you must pick up one thing. And that is why I can stand here and answer all your questions. What have you learned since you and Simon Ekpa? Only thing you get there is that your mind is now being convoluted. You don't even know. You become hallucinated now. You lost direction, sense of direction. You lost it. Nnamdi came to revive us from the mental slavery and all the fake news they have impacted on us over the years. But the same fake news is what these guys are analyzing to those that want to hear. I don't have a problem with it. But now he become the main fake news carrier. Simon Ekpa is Lai Mohammed Pro Max. Pro Max. Simon Ekpa is Lai Mohammed Pro Max. If people don't know. So ask yourself a question. Sit down and ask yourself, since I have listened to this guy, what have I learned? That if you can throw to me now as a challenge, as we are here now. But I'm ready to, anything you ask me now concerning IPOB here, I'll answer you. Because I'm a student of Radio Biafra and a humble servant. And I believe in IPOB and I believe in Biafra. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Yeah? So if anybody have anything to say, I know our brother is struggling, then he can go on. Go on.
All right. Am I coming out clear? Am I coming out? Can you hear me? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother Mazi IG. Thank you, my good listeners all over the world. Now you have made it clear to me, and I believe that most of people back home who are listening and have understand some certain things, that is going on, because lack of information is very dangerous, especially during educational session like this. And another thing that I want to say is this, I don't know, is a kind of a suggestion, because when you look at things now, Nigerian government is like trying to, start, accusing IPOB, ESN, on some certain fake news. Yes, so when you watch, like I watched Sahara News, I think that was their yesterday news, but I saw it today when they are reporting some lies against ESN. And like before, our media warriors, we always target, like for instance, Nigerian government, their fake news against indigenous people of Biafra, like also. But now when you watch 75% of what is going on online is all about talking about this person, talking about. I didn't say that is wrong, but I want all the media warriors, like what we are doing today, at least before you bring people like us in to join, at least let us have like something like a headline of one Nigerian fake news against us, or what they are trying to do against us, because Nigeria is full of lies. So when you bring that, then you throw light into that, because that is what mostly draw the attention of our people. You understand? So if it's any way you can, tell our people, especially those who are writing. There are some people that write on Facebook, like person like me. I don't normally come out on live streaming. I don't call on radio or all those things. But I like putting things down on Facebook. You understand? So if you can advise our people to focus our energy more about on Nigerian fake news, it will make us be more focused than if you come to Facebook, people are talking about this person, this person. Some people are even tired of hearing all those things. What they want to hear is the current happening. Like this information I'm telling you now, Sahara reporters, unlike Sahara reporters, reporting against ESN.
Mazi, meet yourself.
Okay.
Your point, what you just raised, is a good point, and I can guarantee you, if you go through our media warriors, because issue of ESN, Sahara Reporter, which is owned by Showore, right? Whenever I report all this fake news, we always encounter it, right? But sometimes, if that we're not doing what we are doing here now, so certain things we understand it. But let me say this to you now. Yeah, the Zoom media is no longer our problem. Do you know why? Our problem is people like Simon Ekpa. That is our biggest enemy. You see, the dangerous enemy you have is the household enemy. Let me explain to you freedom fighting now. Let me say this here. I will, because we are here in an educative section. This guy, listen, we have media warriors. Sahara Reporter cannot survive with us because even one press release from Yama Powerful will destroy it, right? So it is no longer issue for us. If there any news media that address anything to IPOB, it will be addressed. It will be addressed. And the world know. I think you listen to Korocha or non-government. Hope Uzadimma, the Seriki Daura, the Seriki governor in Imo State. You have now mentioned those that are sponsoring unknown government. It has nothing to do with IPOB. So come back to the fake news peddling. But the man that are doing the exposition now has become more dangerous than Zoo media. And because my brother, your worries when he came here first, what was your worry? What was your worries? Your worries is about the lies Simon Ekpa has been peddling, not the Zoo media. It was when I clarify you about Simon Ekpa's issue now, you remember the Zoo media. So you see, the most pertinent problem we have is not Simon is an external person, but they wanted to come through the back door to is an imposture to present himself as is one of us, but he's not. You can't force yourself in. We have a record. We know who you are. That's why we ask questions. So anybody that is confused at this point in time, we are not fighting ourselves. Don't say we are fighting ourselves, because what the Zoo government did was we have fought them, just like now. You see how the imposture in Asolok have said that Onion is still behaving badly in DSS custody because they have rejected all their offer, right? So now they know that we have defeated them in their law court in every aspect, drive away the herdsmen in our land. So what they have done is what Gowon said. Gowon said if he had known specifically that Igbo man love money, not only Igbo man, the whole Biafra land, because everyone love money in Biafra, that he should have given, he shouldn't have buy gun to fight Ojukwu, should have given money to one of his brother to go and fight him, which is what they are doing now. Lai Mohammed said they're going to contract 1 million Zoo media warrior. Even there's some people don't know that they what they call computer generated, names that actually will be responsive in message. They come and type, they think it's human. All these are robotians, this is our technology that they set up. But if you could see how IPOB have stood in the media war, because what you're saying now, you want me to go and respond to Sahara Reporter, forgetting about someone that want to kill me in my house. Just like somebody point gun in your head, yeah? Now, you're chasing somebody that you stick outside. Simon Ekpa point gun in our head. The gun is here. Just move and shoot you. So we cannot leave people like this because they have tried everything in their own reach. Now is drowning, So what they are doing now is backtracting. He doesn't know what to do. Even he has come out and confessing and all that kind of stuff, even how much they were giving them. So let our people should stop talking and say we are fighting. We are not fighting each other. Simon is not an IPOB member, my brother. And go and check all these people that are talking. They are not IPOB member. They are Biafrans, they're indigenous people, but they're not IPOB member. But they want to destroy only structure we have. My brother, if you happen to find yourself in anywhere abroad, ask me, anywhere today as an IPOB member, you are covered. That institution is what they want to destroy. That's the only thing we have. Who is guiding us? Does it mean in your own father's compound, your father is head of the family? So if your father gone away now, somebody will come back from your uncle will take over your mother. Is that what you're telling me? So it's a common sense. So the only thing we have that are working, somebody want to, you see him, Koro want to destroy what he didn't build. And we cannot fold our hands and allow it to happen. So when people say we are fighting, we're not fighting each other. We are defending IPOB. And Onyendu always say the hardcore IPOBs. He said we must defend IPOB, yeah, and protect it with all our blood. You know why? Because so many men have died under our flag. Once you're under oath, you must remain patriot. You know what patriotism means? Now, we are patriotism under the flag because under that flag, so many blood had shared to defend the Biafran flag. You see, when they're talking about, they want to replace our Heroes Day with Independent Day, they don't even understand what Independent Day and Heroes Day mean. That was the day Biafra was declared. IPOB was the only, Mazi Nnamdi was the only person that abused Senator in Enugu, was wicked and his cronies broke it. And since we start remembering our people, that's when the spirit of Biafra rose again. And saying the Independent and Heroes Day is the same thing. Because we are remembering our heroes at the same time. But now, we are coming closer to our home. We are going home for those that don't understand what that means. Showing that we haven't raised our flag is all over the Biafran land. But gradually, but surely, they must understand. We don't have to come and tell them everything because you're not an insider. You wouldn't know what we are doing. But whatever is given to you, he has to do it. Whatever they ask you to do it. Onyendu, if you guys can do what they ask you to do in 6 months, Biafra will come. The problem is our people are too head-headed. They're not listening. You know what I mean? If instruction is given, obey it. Obey it and wait for the result. It can't be on your comfort zone yapping and hoping that we're gonna get result. How are you gonna get result? It's just like when they give you assignment, you didn't do the assignment. How do you want to get marks? You've been given an assignment. We all have they've given off assignment. Go and change your profile picture. Do it. Go and recite Biafra national anthem. Don't recite Zulu national anthem. Do it. Bring the flag down. Do it. Don't worry. Stop eating the cow meat. We arrange our people now and start building their own ranches and growing their own cattle, animal husbandry. So gradually, people are now getting into what our people want. So, but do you see why? Because if you allow ourselves to be bastardized, that only thing that working, the time we come, you give us that people will not listen to it. Do you understand that? You don't want to bastardize one thing people are doing because you are dealing with human beings, you're dealing with animals. Just like our brother from South Africa, ask one pertinent question. What guarantee do we have? So you can't just wake up one man and say, we'll call 1 month sit at home. Some of us in our blood, I'm not saying that we're not feeling it, but we're thinking about those on the ground. And the strategy, how is it going to work to favor all of us? Before we do take a decision, we weigh it, put it on scale and weigh it. The downside, and the upper side of it. Not just thinking about one side. Oh, go and fight. Who is trying to fight lives in Finland? His family is not there. And he's nobody. You have not even paid monthly dues. You have not joined IPOB. So which way are you going to fight? Who's going to fight? Is he going to bring his son down to Biafra land to fight? With his wife and himself? Ask him to board flight and come. Our leader is in prison to go and see our leader. Tell him. Have you told him that? Your Mazi Nnamdi disciple. That's another Peter. When the crow crawled 3 times, he denied our leader. He's a criminal, my brother. There we go. Mazi, are you back? Can you hear us? I don't think you can hear us. I think unmute yourself, Mazi.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi. I'm okay.
I hope you're satisfied now, my brother.
I'm comfortable.
So, Mazi, thank you, my brother. Just go back. We'll be having this program. So maybe it's on my pace. Anytime you have issue bothering you, Tom will be here. Come here with the question. If you had anything to say, bring it to us. We'll do justice to it. There's nothing here that we're hiding. But we're here to educate our people. You know?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad.
Mazi, if there's anything you want to add, go on and add order, because I think our order is problem. So, and we're gonna be running down to shut this program down. You know. Go on, Mazi. Chukwuemeka, unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I want to also thank the listeners for their time, paying attention for the wonderful lecture that we have received this night. I'm just here because I love anything Biafra. It draws attention, and that was why the retro short man in Finland, he shouted Biafra, Biafra, and Biafrans responded, thinking that somebody is talking to them, you know, leading them home. Like I said when I was making my opening remark, you know, our people have suffered a lot. So all we need is liberation. That is all we need, liberation. And many are coming in the sheep clothes, you know, but inside they are wolves trying to devour us because our love for Biafra. So they are using that advantage to defraud our people. So we must be gentle like dove and wise like a serpent. So it's very important. All these things are adage our forefathers left behind for us to tell us that even this rain that is, you know, falling heavily here and there. And I may use this adage to promote what I'm saying. Our people need freedom, and we must be focused to get that freedom. Let us not be in a haste. Biafra is the final destination, and we are going to get there. All right. So let us stop listening to outside the talk, but to pay attention to what our leaders are saying. They are the one piloting the affair of IPOB, and it's not a meeting of Omunna. It's not Omunna meeting. It's not Omada meeting, but this is a freedom fighting. So if there is no command and control, and everything will scatter just in a twinkle of an eye. But because of that command and control, you obey. This time is not time of accountability. That's what I used to tell those around me. It is not time of accountability. This time is time of focusing and moving forward. Not until we finish our race. Now we begin to count how many miles have we covered. If that did not happen, we are making a great mistake. But so many who are showing their ugly faces today are doing what? They want us to start counting miles that we have run till this day. You know, that is what they want. But it's not needed now. Even if they tell us to go and jump from 5 decking, let us by faith, knowing that they will never mislead us. That is faith. Have faith in somebody who is at the front. You know, we are watching their back. They are watching our back. That's not a plank. If BOS is there and we are not watching and they supporting them, they will be useless. So we are going to make them what the world will see and begin to marvel. And this is what Nnamdi is proud of. He used to say it all the time. This IPOB is Ejechog. He is making that comment. All right. So this is where I would say I am dropping, and I will say to all of us, thank you, and they continue the good work. God bless us all.
I just want Mazi, are you back?
Is my voice coming out?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
okay. I need to get somebody. You know, he's been calling.
One second, Mazi. Because you've been out. There's something I want to say before the person come in, because we hold on.
Like it's a call. It's a call. It's a call. Like, they're calling.
Like yeah. Let me just make this one submission now. We'll have a call. Once it's 11 o'clock, I'm gonna be off. So I want to address one thing here. For some of us that asking what DOS is doing, you know, the day our HND, that's New Year address was one of all kind of address. It's very concise, 30 minutes and straight to the point. The bulletins are very heavy. People do not understand the meaning of reciting Biafra national anthem on all the school across board in Biafra land. Now, all these animals in our land, you know, people don't know that after the war, they created Ohaneze. Ohaneze was not for the interest of Ndi Igbo. Ohaneze was created actually to put us in perpetual slavery, because they appoint those that foresee whatever happened. Check all of them from A to Z, Banon. Now, Biafra national anthem, IPOB order destructive to Igbo presidency campaign, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. You ask yourself why. Is it that coincidence that today the boo-boo in Asorok, the dead man just woke up and saying that Mazi Nnamdi, though that press release that come out before, when our elderly men in our land and the clergymen that went to see him, that they're going to allow the court to take his proceedings, if they will allow court, not playing around, because the judiciary has already been compromised. So, but Ohaneze Ndi Igbo coming here to tell us that Ohaneze Ndi Igbo has disagreed with IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB on the agenda of instituting Biafra national anthem in schools in the southeast to repress the national anthem, not in the southeast, in Biafra land, the old eastern region. We stand on the old eastern region. Nobody, that's why I say when people call it, bring another name in Biafra, that inside Biafra, you know, that's the people that are agent of darkness. When they tell you Idu mean, as Idu in Anambra, it has nothing to do with Biafra. Biafra is a nation. Yeah, we have clans that made up Biafra. For all those clans that don't understand what we are doing here. So the same question I'm asking our people to pay attention. That when he say when DOS make pronunciation, he don't understand the weight of it. The day this pronunciation was made, that was the day me and him, he came out like a madman, singing and dancing, because he understand. And now, all the vultures in our land, these are the men that are holding us down. And they are working in collaboration with this Simon. Simon Ekpa is an Ohaneze member. All of these people you see. Simon Ekpa fought our people 2019 about Ekwelemmadi. So now, this what they are reacting here, reacting of the order. Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, the EPS, Igbo Social Organization, opting that the order will effect ongoing effort to the release of the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu campaign for Ndi Igbo presidency come 2023, among others. So have you all seen now that our leader have rejected their order for? So I want you to take one thing home. When DOS make pronunciation, all of you must understand that it's not a child's play, because when you're outsider, you can't be in your home and know what happens in my house. Now, the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo is reacting to this news because they understand the importance of it. And now the boo-boo has come out today to tell you that Mazi Nnamdi is still acting bad in DSS. Show you that only thing we want, the only political solution we are advocating for is referendum. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what our people have died for. Well, thank you, Mazi. Mazi can take over from here.
Yeah, in case I don't know what is going on. Just 1 minute. There is somebody on the line. I think he wants to ask Mazi. Pat, you can just introduce yourself, because
I think I've done that before. Mazi, my name is Ike Patrick. Okay. Sorry, I left because an important call came in, so I needed to excuse myself. And I got your message. I wouldn't want to take much of our time though, because I was on a meeting when you reach out to me the second time. So please, Is there any question somebody like to ask me?
Yeah, I think somebody is on the phone now. Let me see, because somebody has been calling from America, from here and there. They want to talk. Mazi, go on the phone, please. Just 1-2 minutes.
Good evening, Biafrans. My name is Chukudi. I'm calling from
I can't hear. I'm not hearing.
Hang on. I think. Can you
hear me?
Hang on. 1 minute. One minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I need to bring it on speaker. So go on now.
All right. Good evening, Biafrans. My name is I'm calling from the zoo. Yeah, one thing I want to point out is I think the problem that is making our people confused is all these people that are not within this struggle, and the thing is that they don't understand how the structure of IPOB functions. That's the problem. I'm not talking of the people that, because they are like the case of Simon. Ignorance is not his own. His own is pure. That his own is a plan to destroy. But I'm talking of our brothers that maybe might have not identified with this struggle, or they just came in but not quite understand the structure and how it functions. There's one word I want to draw for them. IPOB is not a democratic organization or family. Please, they should differentiate it. They always like to tell us, but I have a say. In a military, once you are given an order, you don't have any right to question your commander. That is it. That is number one. That is the same thing IPOB practice. It is a military formation. It is never a democracy. That's why our leader said, if you get Biafra, you can practice democracy all you want.
Thank you.
Secondly, our leader also made us to understand that once your superior gives you an order, obey the order. Just obey the order. If the order the superior gives you is a wrong order, he will tag the superior and not you. He will blame and tag the superior and not you. I don't know why our people find it so hard why they always like to talk. I want to have a say and all that. Simple discipline and obedience, and everything will work out for the best. Our leader have always made it possible that the hour we are now required high level of discipline. He knows. So, Mazi, let me not take much of your time. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. Mazi Pat, please put your input. Let me get this guy. He said he wants to ask you something. Just hang on there. Let him ask you something, please. Hello?
Hello, Mazi.
Yeah, go on, my brother. Who is speaking? Where are you calling from?
This is Anthony calling from Texas.
Okay, please go on. I think he said you want to ask. Go on.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for this program. It's very, very nice. So we can bring all these autopilots back. And I want to talk about some things, and then I have a question for Patrick and Kim. The first thing I want to talk about is the Mazi Darlington. Because that guy, the first time, even he blocked me and hung up on me and everything. So with Darlington, did not realize how much damage that he got up to the subordination to this whole thing also. So he was telling us like Madame Nenyanya took his name to India. The same thing Mela Football was telling us. So I'm very angry with that guy, but I don't want to waste my time talking about Darlington. Now, for the guy talking about the cow, banning Fulani cow, but he doesn't think about the job opportunity that can actually create for our people. Because that's a very lucrative business that Métis have been doing in our land. So that's not really, if we're in a war, we're not going to think about how we're going to survive. And our leader a long time ago said and encouraged everybody to get into farming, that nobody's doing it, that they want us to move. So that's really a good move, and I thank DOS for that move over there. For my other brother from Biafra, I forgot his name. The only thing to know about someone is like you have to ask yourself who appointed him to like people that was on to monitor DOS or talk about ID leadership. And the answer is no. That's where you have to start. So ask yourself, who is he working for? Is there any time our leader told you that Simon Ekpa is going to be monitoring DOS, or so that will answer his question. And another thing that will help him out is to ask questions like all the promises that he made, like opening the one, calm one, and chasing all the media warriors away, writing letter to President of Finland when the man was in New York. All the promise, all this stuff. That one time he was boasting that BBC will interview me, that's the end of BBC Go. So it's very easy to dictate. To notice this guy that he's lying. So he needs to pay attention and ask Simon if Simon really wants to offer something, because this is what they are confused about. They will say like our leader said, if you want to anything you can do to bring Biafra, that's okay. Already established a structure. So if Simon has what it takes to bring Biafra, why is he still talking about our leader and Idu? Why can't he just get out there and bring that all his whatever and go get us Biafra? We're not going to fight him if he does that, but not to come inside and try to fight everything that will actually. I think who is going to release our leader if he bring down DOS? And then all the complaint that he has, is it the right time to I can complain to him everything going on? But if you try to attack him, he was like, oh, just wait till our leader comes out. But why can't you just wait? We all should be fighting on how to bring our leader out and then talk about that thing later. So that tells everybody that he's not genuine. So my question goes to, because I was watching this guy, a Kanu Igbo. But there are some certain things we'll be trying to avoid, and it's about time we really face this head on. So, because if you watch, when our leader mentioned that Biafra is 13 states, well, yeah, it's 13 states. And when we keep generalizing like Coastal region and this and that, we keep our focus on how to mention like the local government of Igbo local governments in every state of that coastal region. And what I noticed is like the attitude of Ijo leaders, they are not really in support of what we are doing. And together with that Bini, like Oba Bini area. So, that really brings everybody along. The Igbos speaking Biafrans. No, I'm not talking about the history, because even if the history don't feel like connected you to Igbos, at least the language already connected you there. So in order to bring this thing, because there will be no coastal region or there will be no Niger. If you start mentioning Igbo, I support what it says about time we start identifying ourselves from where we're from. Like Judo Cap, I love that man so much. All right,
brother. Just conclude.
So my conclusion is, I'm trying to ask Patrick Nkemu, is there anything they are working like back home to unite our people? Because my question is, if they like say he from Delta State, if Delta State says, oh, we don't want Biafra, does that mean like the Igbos in Delta State are not going to go with their brothers? Or how are they working to make sure that they have a say when it comes to Biafra referendum? That's my question to him.
Okay, Mazi, go on. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You can sit at the back and listen. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. But I can't put my specific on what he was trying to say here. Because
he's talking about pulling people together.
What does he mean by pulling people? Does he mean by pulling people together? People are not apart. when you talk about Delta State, all these state creation are just artificial means of segmenting our people. People know themselves. Between 1967 to 70, the former Bendel, that region where I come from, fought alongside their Igbo brothers. We defended the territory. We saw the history of Asaba massacre. Why was there Asaba massacre? Because they blamed our people for not holding the defense for the Nigerian state, that we are supposed to have defended Nigeria against Biafra. So not having defended Nigeria against Biafra, that was one led to Asaba massacre. So they assume that we are against Nigeria, so that alone, I'm going to tell you that our people know where they stand when it comes to the issue of Biafra and Nigeria. And when you talk about the people of Ijo, that Ijo people are not supporting, one thing you need to understand is that there are people who in their heart, the agitation is buried there. They want their freedom, even though they are not speaking. There are people who might not come out in the public to tell you where they stand. But when the time comes for them to make that ultimate decision, you will see where they stand. So everybody in the Eastern region, old Eastern region, when it comes to the issue of Nigeria and Biafra, we cannot just live by assumption that somebody just one thing. There are people they might come out like but you see the ultimate. So don't have to worry about people in the rural areas. We don't have to worry about people in the region. Because the problem they have is that you said
your network was very bad, but it's better now. The network was just shaky, so it's fine.
Yeah. So our people need to understand that many people are silent because they feel unprotected. We understand the amount of intimidation that is going on. People, because they feel unprotected. If there is a guarantee you can give, many of them speak. But many people are speak because when they speak, they could be bombed, they could be killed, they could face reprisal and all that from the Nigerian state. So when you see them keep silent, it doesn't mean that they don't understand what we are doing or they are not part of what we are doing. They are, because they feel they could be targeted.
Thank you, Mazi Pat. Yeah,
yes.
Thank you. Caller, can you just briefly say what you want to say?
Hello, Mazi. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, please.
Okay. First of all, before I continue, what I want to say is that I just want to thank you guys, most especially you, Mazi Ezeji, Mazi George Ume, our brother Mazi Patrick that just came in right now, and our brothers have been there all along, Mazi Arinze Chuku. We are all doing great, and just say Chuku Kabiama bless all of you, including me that are calling in. I don't have a question. I'm a comrade in this struggle.
and I just want to contribute my part. This is Mazi, I'm calling from Austria, and by the help of Tugo Kabiama, I am the IPOB National PRO. Mazi will continue to stand in this gate of Biafra to make sure that all these moles that has come inside to destroy what our leader and all of us have fought to keep, and they came to bastardize it. We are telling them that IPOB we work in spirit and in physical, and if you are not in spirit, you won't understand what we are doing. And we keep on saying that in this fight that we are, no human being on this earth can destroy IPOB because it was ordained by the help of Chukwu Kabiama through our leader Martin Nnamdi. And I'm still saying that every hardcore Biafra must make sure that we will defend this struggle, we will defend this structure that our leader have put in place, which is the DOS, led by Mazi Chief Edoziem. Any other thing for us is irrelevant, because Mazi Nnamdi have said it open and clear that if you don't obey DOS, you are not part of what we are doing. This is what these criminals cannot be able to play in their platform. They only go and pick up something that will favor what they want to use to deceive our people. And the so-called gullibles are listening to them. All they say is, let's go, enter Biafra, let's go. And some people are stupidly following them. And the more you go there, the more he enrich himself. He make money through Biafran people in the name of criminal disciple, or in the name of fighting for release of Martin Nnamdi, which this guy is doing nothing. He has no legal team fighting for Martin Nnamdi, home and abroad. He has nothing. He has not even one day said, or even I remember when he interviewed our leader Martin Nnamdi, he get the opportunity. He told Martin Nnamdi that any day he's going to Biafra land, that he's going to follow him. Now this man you call your leader is in the zoo, in the hands of the DSS. What keep this man not to even fly back to Nigeria to go and join him in DSS, or go to Biafra land, mobilize people, go to protest? But he's still there in Finland eating his eating whatever he's eating, and every day he will come out in social media shouting like a mad dog. We have promised him, all of them. It doesn't matter who the gang they have put together. We will never ever back down, because this struggle that all of us in Martin Nnamdi did not bribe anybody. We only heard his voice through Radio Biafra, and we joined the struggle. And we must continue to stay here. We must continue to fight with Martin Nnamdi and DOS until Biafra is restored. It doesn't matter any conspiracy the people are planning in IPOB. We have two types of madness. And when can I when can ara? We are monsters. Even the zoo government is afraid of IPOB. Talk less of one idiot, one out die in Finland and co. And this one now no yes. When you smoke he will come and be shouting like a mad dog. One you need to go decided to collect money from Nigerian government to come into IPOB for destruction. Manachukwu Kabiama Bola Hoko. Mazi SAG.
Thank you.
I am applauding you for the work you are doing, and all the media warriors, including Mazi, Solomon, all of you that are standing this gate to make sure we stop these criminals and send them into abyss. May Chukwu Kabiama bless all of you. May Chukwu Kabiama give you more
more courage, more understanding that in this year 2022, the enemy will see today, we shall see the no more. Thank you so much. This is my submission.
Thank you.
May people bless you guys.
Bless you, Akas. God bless you.
Mazi, I would like to just drop my last comment before I leave.
Okay, go on.
Yes, I want to thank everybody here. Also your followers, everybody commenting and sharing the program. I've also come across people saying that the only thing we keep saying is structure, our structure, protect structure and all that. When we told people to join IPOB over the years, they didn't understand the need to join IPOB, but I believe that now they are beginning to understand the need to join IPOB. When we were shouting people to go and join, it took us years to keep encouraging our people, go and register in the IPOB family unit close to you. A lot of people didn't see that need. A lot of people thought that maybe it was just rhetorics. But today they are now beginning to see that being in IPOB is a great privilege. And that is why many of them are confused. When you see people say they are confused, because they don't understand how things work. If you understand how things work, you cannot be confused. You know, and this, because they don't understand how things work, they question the structure because they don't even understand. If they understand how things work in IPOB, they wouldn't be questioning or criticizing the structure, because without this structure, they wouldn't have even known Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He took IPOB structure to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what he is. So many of you today who are abusing the structure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made, it is the structure that made him. Without the structure, he is nobody. Nigeria will not be afraid of him. Nigeria is not afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just because he has microphone in his hand. They are afraid of him because he has been able to build a structure that he is standing upon to challenge the zoo. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu single-handedly on his own wouldn't have been able to do what he has done, achieve what he has achieved today, single-handedly as a single man. That was why he is able to set up a structure that can hold him high as a pillar for this struggle. So when we talk about defending IPOB structure, it is because without this structure, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nobody. And he, in his wisdom, he built it because he knows that without this structure, that there is nothing he can achieve. So when we talk about IPOB structure and defending the structure, it is because without the structure, without this structure, the Directorate of State, all the offices that we see today functioning, without it, nobody is going to take Biafra agitation serious. Nobody is going to take IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu serious. So that you see that Nigeria is panicking, Nigeria is taking us serious, is because there is a concrete structure that they can feel that exists. So when we talk about defending this structure is the only thing that is even making the autopiloters to be noticed in the first place. Because without the IPOB structure, even the autopilot will not even have a place to exist. So they are anchoring their autopilot on IPOB existing structure. Unfortunately, the ideology of autopilot and IPOB command and control does not tally. That is where you see the conflict. Despite the fact that they are trying to infiltrate IPOB with their stupid ideology, but at the end of the day, they are anchoring their stupid ideology on this same structure that they are criticizing. If there is no DOS, what would they be gossiping with today? For example, if DOS doesn't exist, what would they be using to host their followers on their space and be collecting super chat? It takes a structure like DOS for them to even have something to criticize in the first place. Mazi, I don't know if I'm communicating.
Yes, superb.
If DOS do not exist, how will you be abusing Mazi Chike? He's there because DOS exists. So it is DOS that is even giving them job to do in terms of criticism, in terms of trying to get something to talk about. So they have to respect that structure. So when you see us being passionate about IPOB structure, it is because we have put in a lot of work to make it what it is today. And because they don't understand the sacrifice behind it, that is why they keep which kind of structure that they talk about. Because they don't even understand the sacrifice we have made to see that a structure that can anchor this freedom exists. So I want to let our people understand that over the years we have encouraged you to join IPOB and you refuse. So when you see us today speaking in a kind of discriminatory term, it's not our fault, because we told you go and join IPOB. Go and join IPOB. Because we understand that a day like this will come when the wheat will be separated from the chaff. So we have encouraged our people over the years, go and look for a family close to you and register, because we know that a time will come when you are going to need IPOB to have a clear picture, clear understanding of what we are doing. And if you are not within the circle, you will never understand what is going on. You continue to wumble and fumble. And that is what you see happening today. Mazi, I don't know if there is any question before I leave.
Thank you. Hello, caller. Hello? Yeah, do you have any question for Mazi, Pat, or? Hello? Then go on.
Mazi, I'm not hearing if the person is asking me question. If the question is not for me, I have to exit.
Go on.
Patrick, thank you. Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing messages.
Okay.
No, I want to tell Master Patrick that I have something to tell to Master Patrick. Master Patrick, we should not.
The line is breaking.
It's not a question. Mazi Patrick came. You were making a very good point, but our people have to understand that the genesis of this problem is Master Darlington. We should not leave Master Darlington alone in this issue, because these people had a mission, and this mission is to make sure that our leader is killed. If our leader is killed, then they will destroy the structure. And if they destroy the structure, then they will impose themselves in this structure. They will come as a leader, they will come as a controller, they will come as a financial, and after forming those things, then nobody will contribute again. Our people have been registered. Some people have been registered, some have not been registered. And those that have been registered, a lot of them have been confused by this EPA. And this EPA, the little they did not know, they don't ask themselves a question. EPA, is he a member of IPOB? Is there any post EPA is holding? How can EPA be leashing order? How can EPA be giving instruction? And people will be taking the instruction, carry it, forgetting that we have a structure. We have DOS, people that make the order, make the law, and dish it. IPA should be an errand. And people should understand that the IPA have failed to be an errand, to be a servant. Now, what he is a killer, because he is one of the higher killer they hired to kill our leader. And they did not succeed. All he has to do, or what he's doing now, is to make sure that all the sheep run scattered. Just to put a confusion, make sure that the IPOB did not stand. That our leader, his voice will not be given out. When our leader gives an order, say this is what to do, where should follow, then EPA said that our leader will not say that. So what we have to do here now is, let us tell ourselves and tell our people and still call that Lentin to come and clear the air what he has caused to us. And with this, and way forward, the information the US has given, the national anthem and stopping eating of cow and all those things, then we will talk how we will be telling our family, please, this is the way forward now.
Thank you.
And we will be sanitizing our people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mazi, I don't know whether Mazi George is still around or Mazi Pat. You can just summarize so that we okay,
so I can leave. The caller,
I want to leave as well.
Yeah, the caller has said
we are about to come to an end. It's just a summarize. Mazi Pat, summarize. Then
okay, please, Mazi, you may just give me the opportunity to just summarize. Please. Yes. Well, the truth is that you know, like I told you, Mazi, we have moved on my own part. We have moved on. All we do is we just checkmate some of the SSCs like instructed, and I've had series of people call me, you know, to tell me how much they've been contributing financially to support, you know, the program of this person in question, of the Enter Biafra and the Autopilot group. I've seen people have called me to say that they were depositing money there. I didn't even know some of these things. What I heard that they are giving super chat and things like that. So, but when people started calling me to tell me how much they have contributed in that platform, that was when I knew where the motivation, the financial, because when you see somebody, all the on the street, you know, when the street is paying, you're always on the street looking for, you know, for money. So this person here, Autopilot group and the entire Biafra, are like people on the street hustling, looking for, you know, and unfortunately they are the first people to call other people on the Zama. But you are in the Facebook be Zama and I go. You know, some of us have been in the media broadcasting, preaching the gospel of Biafra for years, even before some of them woke up. We were never even thinking of monetizing or even going to that commercial angle, of because our mind was fixed on, you know, waking the mind of our people up. But today now you see many of them jumping into the social media, monetizing page, and that monetization becomes their motivating factor. And they spend maybe sometimes they come on board on Facebook 3-4 times in a day, not because they are talking about Biafra from the bottom of their heart, but because they believe that each time they come around, people will always donate to them. People will always drop some coins in their pocket. You know, so when people were asking, what is the energy? Now people at some point were asking, nah, this guy will call energy, you know, coming to broker. Now is now getting clearer that the energy is coming from that financial support on Nwote that goes into his pocket. And if anybody, of course, will be motivated each time you open your page and you are receiving instant reward. I mean, naturally, humans are always motivated to do more when they are getting paid. You know, so even when they don't have a topic, they will try to create one to keep entertaining people, to keep people on board, to keep creating controversies. When Ekweremadu was beat up in Germany, we also had information that, you know, this person called Ekweremadu to assure him that he shouldn't worry, that he's going to, you know, take up the issue with IPOB. You know, the information we got that he specifically called Ekweremadu to reassure him that don't worry, that he's going to hear about him very soon. And that is what we are seeing here. You know, so, but what they did was a strategic, well mapped out, you know, strategy by first of all entering through the back door, making sure that they engage our leader directly, get his confidence, make him recommend them, and through that recommendation, they were able to penetrate the heart of Biafrans. It was a well mapped out strategy, you know. But one thing I can assure our people is that it's just a matter of time. And I believe that people are beginning to get the clearer picture of what happened and what is happening. And a lot of our people are beginning to return back to their senses. You know, so, but Mazi, I want to commend you. You have done great in a very short period of time. You have been able to also assert yourself in the media space in a very short period of time, which is commendable. It took a lot of courage. It took a lot of, you know, confidence for you to have gotten to where you are, where you can now gather people and interact with people. And the Mazi, for the past few days, I've also seen your people are really, you know, commending what you have brought to the table in terms of enlightenment to our people. I want to commend you as well. It is very, very important that we continue to engage our people, because that engagement is very, very important. Very important for our people. You know, this, you know, a lot of our people feel there is a vacuum which does not exist. The essence of the vacuum they feel is because they have not taken to heart what our leader have been teaching over the years. Because if you have been taking to heart what our leader have been teaching over the years, you never feel any vacuum, because he has said everything that, you know, that we needed to know.
100%.
You know, so the people you see that are feeling there is a vacuum today are people who never paid attention. They are just coming in now. Some of them have been there before, but they were not really taking to heart what our leader was teaching. Ordinarily, if our people, you know, who are falling victim today have taken to heart what our leader have taught, they have been able to put one plus one together to get 11. You know, and that is what makes the difference between the ignorance and the wise. I want to say thank you very much for the opportunity given me. I want to say thank you, Biafrans, for also tomorrow we will be coming on board. I'll be live, possibly in the daytime or in the morning, depending. So we can proceed from where we have a lot of issues to bring on board. We've seen a lot of Reverend Fathers, church leaders coming out now in 2022 to speak out. We must also push their voice. You know, their voice, we need to promote those voices, like Ebube, what is the name of this Reverend Father that have Ebube Monso? We need to promote that voice. We need to promote the voice of Baka and so many other clergies that are coming out to speak out. And that is what we'll be doing in the next coming days, because their voice is also very, very important and essential in this struggle. This is what Mazi and Nnamdi have always called for over the years. And we have to take advantage of their platform to promote them, so that people can understand that every spiritual leader has a responsibility to the freedom of their people. And every other Reverend Father, Bishop, whoever that is still hiding must make their voice to be heard. Today we saw this, what is it called? Desmond Tutu being buried, and a lot of accolades and recommendations, a lot of recognition, because he spoke out against oppression. And I think that many people in position of spiritual leadership must take a lead and do the needful so that they will leave a legacy for the future. Thank you very much, guys. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Thank you very much.
To have you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Mazi, very much. Thank you for probably tomorrow if I have time I'll join your program.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It will be my pleasure. It will be my pleasure, definitely. I will get in touch. I will get in touch with you through Mazi.
No problem. We have to harmonize because we have to go from every flank. We decided to start this. Though we know we used to be on Radio Biafra before back in the days.
Yes.
When we came back, I stepped down a little bit, go underground.
Okay.
But we needed this time now, you know. And just to pick up what he said, you see, a lot of people misquote DOS by talking about political solution, by honoring those, because Biafra, like he said, there's so many people that have Biafra at heart, but they can't speak. And that is why we be methodically in what we do, because we don't want to jeopardize our land. Regardless what we do. Onyendu is being methodologically in each of step we take in what we do. You don't want to replicate what happens in 70, which there was no mistake there. It was called for do. It's a duty call that Ojukwu have to protect our own people, right? You make a reference to Asaba. The people stood. It's in the heart. Biafra is a spirit, and there's no question whatsoever. But all we have to do is that we have to constantly reminding our people our stand and what to do. So if they think it's IPOB will give order, we have consensus. Ojukwu didn't declare Biafra. Nnamdi cannot wake up one man and declare Biafra by himself. It's not possible. He can't do it. He needs the voice of our people, and it's going to be a political solution. And as we see, we can see what is happening now. Asarok is born.
No, but Maz, I already told them, you know, when we talk about political solution, a lot of people try to like make a mess of it. You know, but I've always told them at the end of the day, after shooting the guns, after the bombardment, after we killing Fulani and Fulani killing us, we are going to end up in a table to discuss political solutions. So, however you look at it, so, but if I've always told people, IPOB have always shown that willingness to negotiate. So all these autopiloters that are jumping left, right, and center, they don't understand what IPOB means. We have always shown to the world that we've always been ready to negotiate with Nigeria. The political solution we are talking about, even the referendum that the idiot autopiloters are also promoting, is also a political solution.
I've said.
You know, so I mean, how do you now reconcile yourself with the world when you have not been able to prove to the world that you are ready to negotiate? Because the only way you can win this war is to show the world that you are ever ready to negotiate. And the IPOB leadership have shown that within this short period of time that they are ready to discuss, they are ready to negotiate. And it had always been Nigeria that is not ready to discuss, that is not ready to negotiate. So we'll continue to show the world that we are always ready for a political solution. Because that is, at the end of the day, where it's going to end. And we must show it all the time to the world that we are always ready to negotiate. We are always ready for a political solution. Because that is the only way to win the heart of our friends globally. Mazi, thank you very much. I've got to take my leave now.
Okay,
thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. So, Mazi George, you conclude and
Mazi, my submission tonight is I want Biafran to take away one thing: that Biafra remain only solution that we all have, and I don't know how to say this, but you see, freedom is not a wishful thinking. No. It's reality. But anybody that come out and telling you and shouting Biafra, ask the person one question. How do we get Biafra? Some people are saying that this guy, you know, there's something about IPOB. And anytime you offend the spirit of IPOB, you will always be on a very, 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 you will be on a disarray. People say they see vision. I believe that people cannot hallucinate, right? But God show you all these things He's showing you. That somebody's outside piloting DOS. I'm asking you one question. Please tell us when Biafra will be restored, so all of us will go to sleep. Let's not need to come out here talking. You got this power. I see all these things, right? Please give us the date and time so that me and you can focus. I don't want to be here, my brother. If me and you know when Biafra will talk, why do you want to talk? Why do you want to argue? They can't tell me. But you want to tell me you know what's happening in DOS. Don't you see that these people are deceitful and liars? They want only, you know what? Yeah? Onyendu, I will request my leader. He said a time will come. It will be a privilege to be an IPOB member. Just like Patrick said, we've been telling people, Onyendu always say, join the nearest IPOB family close to you. If you don't have one, start one with your family. If you don't have one, start. That's, you see, Asadema, right? Mazi the question. That's what I told Asadema. I said, when you live alone. Start one there. Yeah? Somebody will join you. If you're a true Biafran. Because there's some family that started with only their family. Now people start joining them. So what we are saying here is this is very simple. This platform is meant to teach our people to navigate. But if there's need for us to analyze, which we are going to be going deeper on issues bordering. And you're a young man, you might reach out to me or Mazi. We'll bring you close from Biafra land. If anything, Mazi, I think we need to get him on board as well. I think he's a student. So we start harmonizing. He's in Biafra land. All we need to educate those on the ground, right? The Radio Biafra doesn't mean you don't listen to Radio Biafra. We listen to Radio Biafra because, you know, we came on the air when Jonathan almost finishing, right? Because what we're coming here is to help them out. Because you remember, Uchimofo used to be on Radio Biafra 24 hours. People don't know this. A lot of people tell you today Uchimofo was getting paid. But I said, Onyendu threw the challenge on 2016 when he called us in London here. That was the jingle. All the old renegade in DOS was saying Uchimofo was getting paid. Onyendu said, who among you here are willing to stay on our radio and get paid £3,000, pay council tax and other things that is involved and wear our office and everything? And Uchimofo was not working then. Nobody can volunteer to do it. Like I said, I would never say anything ill against Uchimofo, only based on what he did. If he keep quiet, I will keep quiet. Anytime he come online to talk nonsense about IPOB, I will challenge him. But if he keep mute, I won't say anything against him. You know why? Uchimofo was, I said, I would trade Uchimofo 1 million times against Simon Ekpa because he's the devil that I know. That saying said, the devil you know is better than angel you don't know. I'm not saying that I don't owe no lawyer to him because he knows me. But what I'm saying is that at least he has served us Biafrans. We know who he is, right? There was a time Uchimofo was the man that stood, said no. Said no. I spoke to a lot of people then. They offered him money. That you see, they offered money, they collected the money. He said no. I can tell you that for free. There was one time he did it until the devil took over him. So what I want to say to every Biafran is that we must persevere on what we are doing. Keep focused, my brother. And I will be coming on our program. Anytime you want to come in, you are welcome. And we sit down here. We lecture each other. We've got so many people. So people are going to be coming and we're going to different platforms to talk. But mainly, as it stands now, these individuals are now doing open confession. How they're taking money from people. As you can see, they're not doing 24 hours broadcast anymore because we are hitting them hard. And they're not collecting money with ESN anymore. If you got a question, call us, you madman. You know, you come here with some... There's a guy that says he got a question. What is your question? Can you put it up, please? So that I can answer you quickly. I don't know what your names are. Why you put your question up, even if you can't call. You
just let him.
Autopiloter. Put your question. Yeah. No, let's give him a chance. Put your question.
You can see he looks like a madman.
No, put your question up. I'm looking at your lightings. Put your question up.
Write your question, Aboki.
And before I close, write your question.
The name is Aboki. Maybe he doesn't know what to write. Yeah.
After he's smoking a lot of he forgot
you see his eye. He looks like
your father is a wayo. Can you put up your question? I'm waiting, please. You see, you guys got nothing to offer. Simon Ekpa is crying, you know why you want to debate me. Is there any learned person talks like that?
No.
I challenge Simon. You see Patrick come here now, we interact, right?
Yeah.
You see Patrick, you come here. If you're a pure Biafran, we always interact. I have called Onyendu and make sense. If you can call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and make sense, there's nowhere else in the world. I lectured by the man that is by divinely giving to us. So this nitwit that called himself, I don't know who you are, he asked a question. Put your question. Let's close with you. We are waiting. Mazi, we want to answer to autopilot.
He ain't got nothing to say.
That's why we're here.
That's why we started the program.
Remember the one that called for me. The one that called from he said he called from Italy that have 7 questions for us. And after 7 questions, we'll answer everything and give you 1 question. You run away and come back. Can't even answer the question. So if you bring someone in my program,
let us.
I will shred him. I will pieces him into 2.
He's not shouting, making noise.
You know.
Mazi, thank you so much.
Mazi, thank you very much, and I thank you, Mazi Arinze. We have done marvelously well, and we'll continue this and take the message back to the grassroots. No. I think he put up. He put up question here. No. He put up. Wait. Put up a question. My fellow comrade, can you? No. Wait 1 minute.
Tell me 3 things US has achieved since the kidnap of our leader. Please, facts and figure only.
Oh, facts and figure only. You're not my comrade because I don't know your name. That's the first and foremost. I'm not your comrade, right? DOS. Yeah. What DOS have done? I will give you number 1. Monday sit-at-home was implemented by DOS, right? Biafran flag be standing in Biafra land, and thirdly, national anthem is standing in Biafra land, and fourthly, the cow meat is bound in Biafra land. What else do you want me to answer you, please?
And our leader is being all the whole legal team across board is being coordinated. That's why we know that our leader was about 6 weeks in Kenya. Through Kanu, we knew that our leader spent 6 weeks in Kenya. And those that were actually bought his ticket was Madam Oyibo and Nelly Ofebu, the Jezebel herself. And the last person our leader spoke to on phone before he was tracked down was Madam Oyibo. I give you this 50 to go home with you, idiot. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. So, young man, I want to unmute you for you to say something before we go. Unmute your mic, Arinze.
All right. Am I coming out here now?
Yes, closing remark.
All right. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much, and may Chukwu Kadama bless all of you. What I want to say this night before leaving the stage is this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always tell us, Biafrans, that the problem we have is that we do not ask questions. That thing that is bothering you, that is making you, to be distracting others instead of yourself alone. Because one thing with confusion is when we are confused, we begin to confuse others. Others will begin to confuse others. So instead of doing that, try your best to ask questions. Ask questions basically that you're going to receive an answer, objective answers, like what we did this night. I'm very, very, honestly speaking with you, I'm very, very happy because a lot of things have been bothering me. Asking myself a question that I cannot answer to myself because of I do not know it. But as I'm talking to you this night, I'm comfortably well to even challenge more than any other person that will come my way with such questions. So I'm encouraging Biafrans, instead of commenting all those little comments that will not give you anything, call on phone or try your best to reach to those people that you think they are your problem. Ask them that question and calm down, listening to them. Once they answer you that question, reason with yourself. You're a human being. You need to understand what is really going on. Thank you very much, Biafrans, and I'm very much glad to be here. And I also promise to be, following up and educating other people.
If you see anybody, any of your comrades that are very confused, they want to, come to be educated, you can also invite the person. You have my number. You understand? You inform me so that when we come on program like this, we can bring, that your friend in and bring you in also. Because today we are glad. People don't know. In heaven, they say when one person repents, there is joy in heaven. Today we are glad that at least all your worries, all your confusion, all your questions were answered, and you are happy. That from today moving forward, you will not be confused again. This is the reason why we are coming out. Because we know there's a lot of young boys and young girls. Some of them, they really want to be free. You understand? But because there is entertainment somewhere, they like where they will go. They are playing a wheel, they are doing a show for them. But then you don't ask yourself, what is the substance? This place I am I getting information that will help me, be a better person and realize, achieve Biafra? Am I on the right track or am I on the wrong track? So we do understand. That is why, we've taken time to discuss with young people, from Biafra land. So most of them, they want to be free. Nobody wants to stay in Nigeria. We know that there were people, they gave money, to come and be attacking, IPOB and the structure and DOS and all those people that were involved in the rendition of our leader. There are few, but they are working for Nigerian government. There is no sentiment in freedom fighting, because the goal is what? Freedom of Biafra. It doesn't matter whatever anybody present to you. But when some of them are presenting something that is derailing you away from achieving that freedom, everybody knows it. When DOS speaks, Nigerian government listen. When DOS speaks, the international community listen. Simon Ekperima and all those people ranting on their whatever, they have nothing to offer. They cannot go and represent Biafrans in any place. When they speak, nobody, Nigerians don't even talk to them, Nigerian government, because they were sent to do all this, rubbish they are doing now.
Mazi, just give me 1 minute. There's a little boy that is writing something that is like bringing us back, but he's not bringing us back. We need to come down and lecture them. Mazi Tony Chukwu. Simon says sit at home, continue, and it continue. Simon has never said sit at home to continue, because Simon Ekpa wasn't aware. If you go back and listen the day that sit at home was announced, he wasn't aware. China Samuel announced it on Radio Biafra and used the word, it will be revealed time to time. Some of us are confused about English word. Simon did not go to school, I'm telling you. He act like someone that didn't even finish primary 6.
Yeah.
You need to consult his dictionary. He lives in Finland, but he's not an educated person. I live in England. But all of us, he doesn't speak proper English. I can challenge. If I can switch my tongue, he wouldn't even hear what I say. I'm being honest with you. But now, what I'm saying to my younger brother here is that Simon did not say, even myself here, agreed on sit at home on Monday to continue. All of us agree. Biafra legitimized the order DOS has given, because Simon Ekpa did not know where this particular sit at home was agreed. And go and ask Simon Ekpa, what is the purpose of that sit at home? He won't tell you. He will tell you what is it achieving. What did Simon Ekpa know? What was the initial? What did he know that thing approved to release our leader? Have our leader been released? So my brother, and the DOS ordered it, and DOS asked you to suspend it, so there's no question. Obey before complain, my brother. Stop confusing yourself, my little brother, okay? Tony, you are in the... Tony, that's all I have to answer to you before we close this program. I can see you're a young guy.